All right.
So I
Oh,
still
we
don't
already
have to
got
worry.
Bunny here. Well, we're finishing setting up. We're almost ready. We almost have the full prerequisite of people.
Yeah, just waiting on one more in the voice chat, and then we'll be good to go. And look at us. 8 people, that's reasonable.
How many imposters we got? One.
We're doing 1 imposter. But we're also going to be on Polis to start with. And Polis is big enough that 1 imposter should be able to hide some things here and there.
Bunny,
Which one's Polus?
it normally is James, but James has bad internet and he didn't want the stream to die.
Yeah, if
You
you
just
were
don't-
around...
I was gonna say, you just don't want to repair the VODs.
I mean, also
no,
that.
I don't want him to have to repair the VODs.
Yes, you do.
No, I want to make things easier for Lee. I swear I do.
Uh-huh.
Take it easy,
It's
Mr.
only
Brennan.
you that wishes the worst of others.
James hasn't fixed the stream yet. Not yet. He's working on it.
I'm so
I mean,
sorry,
sometimes
guys.
it is funny when things go poorly for Lee, like that one modded Peglin video.
Oh, that was amazing.
Oh yeah,
What? Yeah, well, quote unquote modded. I mean,
Yes, but
It was
the
modded.
mods he used were just pointless.
But that kind of going bad for me doesn't cause me several extra hours of work.
right.
Oh yeah.
So that kind of pain, that's funny.
How's it going, King 2060? I feel like we're on the precipice. We're just waiting for Romeo to get into a chat at some point.
Yeah.
Will he
And
do it?
yeah, my internet is about 10% the strength of Lee's. It turns out. Oh no.
Server close to
I
real.
was waiting for that.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
all right.
Burr,
Easy
burr,
fix.
burr,
It's all Romeo's fault.
burn.
Nah, that's fine.
Is it going to be the same
Oh,
code or is it going to be a
Romeo,
different code?
Romeo.
It'll be a
Oh,
different
no,
code.
Romeo.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Um, doop.
Oh, this is faster. That's actually pretty good. Ba-ba-ba-ba.
Yeah, well, on watch. Just give me what?
That room code is it has a squeamish feel to it.
Yeah, I was actually thinking something similar. It's
Oh, okay, we're back.
It's
It
unsavory.
seems like the name of a D&D baddie.
I feel like we just did this.
it's
it has
real
the same
close
vibe
to.
as it has the same vibe as an Autiach.
Oh, we just
Not
fought one of
you.
those.
I got violently ill.
Yes, you did.
Oh, hey, I got a notification. Ultra C is live.
You don't say.
What?
Didn't look
What?
live to me.
Weird.
So
They just said we'll be right back. Looked pretty dead.
yeah, but then I was right back.
No,
Weird.
someone needs to make that joke when they kill Lee.
Romeo says he's struggling with the voice chat.
Oh no. You can always just hop in and just chat on text if you need to.
But yeah, ideally, like if you can get yourself into any of the public chats, I'll yank you into the correct one. I don't know if that's possible or what's going on with it. Oh, I see him. And he's been he's been yanked.
Now we just need him in game.
I made it. Let's go.
Out.
Nice one.
Okay, now I just need the new code.
Did I send it? I thought I sent it.
You didn't send it.
I did send it, you monster.
I'm no monster.
We don't know that yet.
Well, he's a menace regardless of what side he's on.
You know what? That's fair. But he's our menace.
Uh-huh.
Dennis the Menace?
No, that's my mom's husband.
And Dennis has a headache today, so he won't be joining.
What a nerd.
Only
but-
nerds get headaches.
Yeah.
Where's my Advil?
Oh, we have all 8. Go, go, go. Before the room dies.
All right.
3, 2, 1.
I will chat with y'all soon.
Oh crap, that's fair.
Unless you're dead.
Well, yeah.
Okay. I am but a simple crewmate doing simple crewmate things. I'm just gonna go live my life over here. I'm gonna do some wires. Wires are great. See if I immediately die. Just peeking around. Oh, I saw a door. Do something over there. There's Joe. There's James. There's Zenthis. Keeping an eye on him, keeping him honest. All right, fair enough. Oh, there's Romeo right there. There's City Fall. Oh, all the doors are locked. Okay. I'm just gonna keep doing wiring. Alright, Joe and Scott are over there doing Joe and Scott things. That one's gonna take about 1,000,000 years to do. The lights just went out. While the lights are out, I'm going to be in an incredibly compromised position, so if I die, no one will ever find me. Okay. Good job. I'm going to do this med scan. No one's here to watch me do it, but I'm doing it. Okay. 10 seconds left on this. I'm just gonna hang around and wait. I'm gonna be a scientist. And boop. Alright, now I got something in the specimen room. I'll go over here to die. Yeah, we do stream every weekday. Usually Mondays are specifically James streams that I come and help out sometimes. But his internet's been bad, so I've been just taking over.
Alright.
Oh, no,
So
James.
James's body was in electrical, and I saw either a blue or I think it was Romeo running away from that room.
Just to check,
It looked
who's City
blue.
Fall?
Hello, that would be me.
Hello, I was running around with them pretty much mostly towards the end. They could have killed me, but didn't.
I can vouch for James for most of that.
He's
Well,
dead.
he's dead.
I
so-
believe
Yes, I
I
do.
can-
That's
Yeah.
the only person. I was
That's
following him
helpful.
around for most of it, so
Um,
that's all I got.
Oh,
Sauce
you were following him around,
is-
were you?
Sauce is Stickman?
Yeah, I'm Sauce.
Then I can vouch for Sauce.
Yeah, I split
Yeah.
up with him. I was on the left side. James was going up to fix light. I headed south to the maze thing. That's the last I saw him. He died soon after that, so the kill is very fresh. So it's probably Joe.
No, it
I mean,
Well,
like,
it sounds
not,
like it's either a self-report or Romeo.
not very long before this was reported, I saw Joe in the upper right. I guess he theoretically had time to run there, but it would have been, like, very tight.
Well, obviously,
well, you saw me
obviously,
as I was
you
finishing up my
reported it.
wires task, and I ran to the other side to do an electrical task because I finished all the ones on that side.
he found the body. He obviously had time to get over there.
Well, there's an easy way to settle this. Let's
Uh-huh.
have Stickman follow Romeo, and I'll follow Joe.
Whichever
Okay.
ends up
And
dead,
whichever one turns up dead.
and then a shapeshifter shows up.
And then it was Scott.
It probably was
what?
Scott.
It's always Scott.
It's always the safe answer. Very interesting. Alright, so James is dead. Lights are out. We're gonna try to go as a big old group to lights. So, oh no, please don't leave me. Well, I'm getting juked by my own team here. Okay. Let's see. We're gonna do that. And then we'll go do weapons here real quick. Blast some rocks. Hope not to die. Okay, that's done. Oh, so many freaking shut doors. Oh, I saw somebody on cameras. I'm just gonna check to see where people are here. People in communications, someone in specimen. There was somebody in security that's now in electrical. Oh, this is where Scott kills me. Oh, everyone's over there. This is where somebody else kills me, because nobody else is going this way. Run away from Joe. Run away from Joe. Joe is scary. Everyone's scary. Oh, there goes the doors again. Alright. Oh, hi. Hi, Sauce and Romeo, just hanging out together. Alright. Try to get my last task done, and then I can worry about sussing out who needs to do what. Okay. My tasks are done. So now we can try to do some detective work. Okay. Oh! Some people just left the specimen room. There goes the lights. Joe is dead. Great. Oh. I found him.
See, it was
Well, there goes that hypothesis.
Zinthus,
yeah.
where were you when the reactors were going off?
And security watching the cameras.
Okay.
So, I found the general area of where Joe's body was, because it was dark and I saw a report button, but it was by the button office area. I was actually
Yeah.
in
He was in the room there. I saw him on security and was headed that way.
I was on the administration thing. I went up, I saw that Joe was dead on the computers, and then the lights went out. I went to go exit the left side, and I saw the report button, and I was like, oh, well, there's Joe.
Yep.
Okay, so where were people?
I will say. Oh, do you want to go first?
I don't mind. I'll go first. I was kind of all over, but I ended near. I was on left side to start with, and then I went over towards right with a Soglomeo.
I was with him the entire time.
I had just finished my last task in specimen, and then came up into the office area and was just trying to search for clues, as it were.
I was on the left side towards electrical as the lights were going out.
Wait,
And I noticed somebody there, but they seem to be trying to avoid being in my line of sight. Lupe.
I was not trying to avoid anyone's line of sight. In fact,
Okay.
when the lights were off, the last time we were in a meeting like this, I was trying to stay on top of people, and then everyone juked me.
I wonder why.
Lee.
Because Lee's the murderer.
Somehow I doubt it.
Yeah, well, we were supposed to have a buddy system here with 2 and 2, and I was on
I was with
security.
Sauce.
Yeah.
Well, my
And
I lost Romeo. I was looking
Listen.
for Romeo at the start and didn't find them.
my
I lost
tasks
Joe when the reactor hit.
my tasks are done, so I'm probably going to be
I had done as well.
looking up admin stuff for the majority of
I
the
have
time.
one task and I will guard Lee when I'm done.
I have 1 left.
Alright, already being thrown under the bus. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with everybody to the lights. I'm gonna stick with Scott. Oh, Scott left. Interesting. Lights on. There we go. There's City Fall. Oh, there's Sauce and Romeo. Okay. Everyone's still alive. Alright, we got one person in the office, a couple people in the office. Kind of bouncing back and forth. I feel good about Sauce and Romeo, I think. I think they're okay. Oh, there's somebody else in the office right now. Interesting, interesting. Oh, here's the Zinthus.
Yay!
Well, alright then.
Wait,
I
was
just-
it Scott?
Was it?
Being
It was.
Oh, yeah. I knew it
Kill-
was Scott as soon as I started following through the lights, and then he was just like, hard right turn. I was like,
I figured it out there at the end.
I made the mistake of I saw either a blue or purple figure. It was Scott, but it was the thing is that I thought, well, he has black bottoms, so I wouldn't see him as purple, right?
well,
The
I had a
backpack.
couple of problems. One, the kill cooldown was so long I couldn't kill anybody, and
Fix.
two, I actually made a
45 seconds, oh my
mistakes
gosh.
because
Yeah.
last time we were playing with crewmate vision at like half,
Well,
so
we
I
need
was
to-
playing
we
under
could
that
use some more
assumption since I
tasks.
was so outnumbered.
Oh yeah.
I didn't
I'm so
realize it
sorry.
got turned up to 1. So when Joe said he spotted me, I was like, "Wait, what? What?"
I saw you run out of the room because I was running into the room when you were running out.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, if crew vision was the way
There
it was
we go.
before, then with the lights out, you wouldn't have seen Jack squat.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, I-
literally killed me with one last task to do.
Yeah, that's where I figured out it was him because you died. The other 3 were all in a room huddled up together hiding. So I'm like, well, there's only one other person not here, so I know who it is.
It's also
Yeah,
killed me
I
after I
just-
did my task, so like, oh well, now I'm just gonna wander around, I guess.
No,
Yeah,
you
it's like
weren't.
by
You
the
had no
time I
legs.
got my first kill, tasks were already a quarter done. I was like, "This
Yeah,
is
we need
not
more
going
tasks.
to work."
We could use a couple more tasks.
like with one imposter among 8 people and a kill
Yeah,
cooldown
it's-
of 45 seconds, that's
Yeah,
rough.
that's an apology. It's it's
Like
fixed now.
I was trying to shut people down with the doors because that's
Hmm.
something I think a lot of people forget to do as imposter, me included.
Oh,
And
it
I
was,
think that was helping a
it
little.
was working out really well. Like, I was constantly just running around these areas with locked doors thinking, there's got to be something in here. There's got to be a dead body in here. But it was all red herrings.
Uh,
Yeah.
t- Total side bit for anyone who hasn't played Among Us in a long time. Come over to your customization table, and in the very top right, there's like the 4 colored buttons, like blue, green, red, yellow.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
got
I
you.
gotta
And then-
activate that.
Click on activate for the Mira Cosmic Cube, and you can start earning rewards for just playing games.
Okay.
I don't know why it starts. It defaults to unactive, but it's just free points. So it's like those beans and things you got
I
at the
think
end of
it's
the
because
match.
they intend to add more, so you'll have to like switch between the ones you want active.
That makes
That's
sense.
true. Actually, if you save up your beans, one of the other currencies you earn, 3,000 beans gets you a second mirror cube in the overall store.
Oh, see, perfect.
Yeah, it's for a different level. I think it's the airship.
Point
Something
is,
like that.
more cubes, more stuff.
Oh,
More cubes, more better.
I have one more person joining.
Bargain, do tasks.
Bum bum bum.
So we're looking what's a scientist do? Because there's a 30% chance of that happening.
Completely
The scientist
forgot.
has a
Medic table,
yeah.
basically.
They have the vitals table that
that's
they can
neat.
activate anytime they want. It's just every time they use it, they have to recharge it by doing tasks.
Well, that's fair enough.
So I think it's neat without being like overly powerful.
I'm gonna run and grab some tea while we.
Well, what about the rest of the letters?
He doesn't care about the rest of the alphabet.
How
He's not soup.
How's it go, Nitro?
Soup is good food.
Soup is good food.
Also,
Not
how's it
the
going,
best
Lord
summer
Voldemort?
food, but
But like fall and winter, I am all about the soup.
give me a nice tomato soup and grilled cheese. I'm
Or
lactose
some-
intolerant and I still don't care.
Or some of those like nice big fluffy biscuits.
Some tomato cheese and grilled soup.
God, my guy makes the best potato bacon soup. It is amazing.
I thought you were gonna be like, my guy makes the best grilled soup, and I was gonna be like, do tell.
I mean,
How
I've had his French
grilled
onion
soup?
soup, and he does it with the sliced bread and the parmesan on top.
I like French onion soup. Give me.
Honestly, you
Feel
say
bad
grilled
for
soup,
soup.
and my head immediately goes to how do I make that work? Hamburger. Grill hamburgers, chop them up, put them in a soup.
Oh,
Is
there
that
you
is that
go.
a soup or is that a stew at that point?
Potatoes.
What's the
Uh,
difference? Soup?
I think
Yeah,
a stew is like a thicker soup. I guess.
I-
Soup,
yeah.
soup
Stew
can have
needs a
chunks
broth,
in it.
doesn't it? Or is that a soup?
Is a hot dog a
great
sandwich?
Yes.
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 There's an entire song that just got released a while ago explaining that it's a sandwich. So yes, it is a sandwich.
What about if
Uh.
someone releases a song explaining how it isn't a sandwich?
Yes, except for the fact that they use the Webster's dictionary definition of a sandwich to prove that it's a sandwich,
What if they get a job at Webster to change the definition?
and they have way too much spare time on their hands.
And honestly, the effort should be applauded, and so it's now a sandwich anyway.
How's it going, El Magnesito?
Waiting to get booted from inactivity.
Hello there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Ba-da-ba-dum, ba-da, 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 ba-da.
Okay. I got Alea in chat now.
Who?
Oh man.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Technical
Technical difficulties.
difficulties.
Wee.
It's like the name of the game, baby.
Yeah.
I thought the name of the game was Among Us.
Well, see, that's where you're wrong. It's actually technical difficulties.
Good luck searching that for and finding it on Steam like that.
That's the group with Tom Scott.
Oh, you have to. Asia.
Oh, no, she's in Asia.
Waiting for room to collapse at any moment.
It's,
Oh,
yeah,
it's
I've been
gonna
waiting for
happen.
that for a while.
It's not gonna collapse.
Oh,
Hey!
That's a name.
welcome, food.
All right, and then you just have to figure out why Discord's talk. But we're gonna jump in.
Do you like my eyebrows?
No.
Eyebrows.
I'm
Do
gonna
you
make fun.
like my car?
All right, I'm gonna say it up front. I didn't do it.
It was me. I mean, what?
I knew it. Oh, well, there's already less people.
Well, that's fine. I'll technical difficulties her in a minute.
Ultra.
Okay. Who didn't do that task? That's usually the easy way of figuring out what's going on. Or who at least came to it late because they saw that everybody else was doing it. We can go down here and do stuff down here. This one's nice and easy. Let's see, we got City Fall down here. If I die in this corner, we'll all know why. Right, that's done. Interesting.
It's Joe.
That sounds
Wait,
very
what?
decisive.
I saw
yeah.
Joe pop out of a vent and kill him on cameras.
I have to say that the body is right next to a vent, so I mean that's part of the story checks out.
Yeah, I was headed right to the emergency button.
Wait, where was the body?
Well, I mean, Joe, why don't you tell us?
I don't know.
I think he does know.
Sounds suspicious.
This is actually remarkably
I would like
close
to point
to the
out we
button.
are playing with the shapeshifter.
Yeah, there could be a
Oh, there
shapeshifter.
could be.
It
We'll
is a
find out in a
chance.
big hurry, won't we?
I mean,
I
I
mean,
like
if
this
we-
plan.
If
I
the
guess
game's not over,
If the game's
there's
not
a
over,
shapeshifter.
then we've confirmed shapeshifter.
Yep.
Also, it's probably Zinthus.
I was on camera, so good luck with that.
Exactly.
Sploosh.
That was over.
I win.
Well,
Vengeance! Yay!
security
Da-da-da.
cameras for the win.
I'm like, I'm gonna set up this early. This might pay off. It did. Right out of the vent.
Well,
Fact.
All right,
Like,
then.
wow, that was easy.
that sucks for Joe.
Sorry, Joe.
Oh,
Hey, sorry, Joe. Them cameras are bad.
Yep, don't worry. I'm just getting back in real quick.
You gotta watch the
Uh,
green lights.
Lee sounds so calm
Red
today.
lights.
That's because I haven't been tasked with killing anybody yet.
And we're not playing the lightning round.
Oh yeah, that was amazing.
What was the lightning round?
Lightning round, we lowered the tasks a ton, made everyone a lot faster, lowered the kill cooldown, and it's like rush to get your kills done. And the imposter was a shapeshifter.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty
seeing
crazy.
Scott kill Scott last week was great. Poor Joe.
Yeah, that was just confusing.
Okay. Well, I'm still trying to get technical difficulties worked out for Alea, so we'll just jump into another one. Nuts.
Alright. This time I also didn't do it. It was true the last
This
time, and it
time
will be
you
true
said
every
this,
time
didn't
I
you?
say it.
This time I definitely did it. I mean, what?
You heard him. Get him. Alright. I think it's Scott immediately. I immediately suspect. I'm gonna do this immediately. Then I'll do all this office stuff. And then all the lights are gonna go out. I debated not going for lights, but then people would be like, why aren't you doing lights? But then lights were already done, so now I can just go back. Boop. Boop. Scan my face. Download a thing. It said that you can't change stages without changing rooms. Is that true? I don't run this game. Oh,
Wait, whoa!
Where?
O2.
I was just there. I saw.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah, so are you, James.
Yeah, so was I.
I saw
And so
you,
were you,
him.
Zinthus.
Oh, I've been in
I-
security.
God. All I know
I
is,
just
like,
came down
that-
from the security direction, and the door slammed shut in my face. I was like, "Oh, there's a dead body in there."
that report
Joe
was like,
just came from that direction.
I was in that wing. I didn't go over to O2 though. I didn't have any tests there.
that report was like a jump scare because I was looking at my map and then I see Scott and Joe run at me and then all of a sudden just dun dun and I was like, oh god.
You said
true.
Scott and Joe run at you?
Scott
Yeah,
and Joe were
I-
both running at me.
Yeah, I walked into the office area, and then Joe came in behind me, and then I ran into Lee coming from the other direction. So it
Lee was
definitely
over there
wasn't
the
Lee.
whole
He
time,
was on the
yes.
opposite side of the map.
Yeah, I was watching him on
Yeah.
cameras a good chunk of it. It couldn't have been him.
You were on cameras?
Yes, I was on security the whole time.
This has been like living towards
That's
cameras,
how I
man.
knew you were down there in the room, James.
Because I saw you running away from O2 just now.
No, you didn't.
I saw someone
You saw a
green running away.
shapeshifter.
It's possible.
Well, no, it's probable
I think it
because
was
I've been on
either
cameras.
James self-report or it was Joe. That's my guess.
James wouldn't
You're really
self-report
going
if
for me,
cameras
huh?
were there.
Or Woody.
Or did I?
So, unfortunately, there were too many people nearby for me to be solid, and with the possible shapeshifter, if people are confident Zinthus is on cameras the whole time, then there's a shapeshifter, because Zinthus's feet were definitely in view when I reported the body. So,
Although Zinthus is pretending to be on cameras, that's actually like a pro move.
I mean, I've seen a lot of camera blinking, and he's said that he's seen me doing the things that I was definitely
Yeah.
doing.
yeah. So, keep an eye out for shapies.
Okay. I'm gonna try to do stuff in this direction. Well, I'm gonna try to unlock doors. Just gonna be a good boy doing my tasks until I inevitably get murdered. Alright, let's go do that. And I will head towards the left side one, I think. Lovely. That's lovely.
Okay.
I'm starting to think it wasn't Joe.
It was
I will say that probably looks suspicious on my part, but so I got to the right seismic stabilizer, and I was the first one there, and so I clicked on it, and I was sitting there waiting, just scanning, so covers most of the screen, and it finishes, and suddenly I see Joe's corpse, and Romeo's reporting it. So someone killed Joe literally like on top of me.
How long were you on the hand thingy?
I was scanning it since almost right after it started, because when it started, I was just coming out of the office, heading up toward the lab anyway, so I just kept going up instead of going into the lab, so I was there within, I don't know, maybe 5 seconds of it starting.
Okay, where was everyone else at?
I was in the
coming
bottom
up
right room.
towards the rightmost one.
I had just gone into decontamination when that went off. I'm like, well, I ain't getting to that. Might as well go do 2 long tasks down in there that I've got to deal with.
Yeah, I saw City Fall going up towards the right one, so I started going towards the left one, and it finished before I got there.
Yeah, because I was gonna say I'm the one that did the left one, and there was nobody within a country mile of it. So
Yeah.
I will say there were a bunch of people in front of the rightmost one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
unfortunately, it
so-
makes it easy enough for a stack kill, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
So maybe.
So the only one I'm sure it wasn't is Lee. Other than that,
Yeah. I'm sure on Lee it being innocent as well.
So, does anyone have like maybe like an incredibly heavy conscience? They just want to let something off their chest, like.
I'm honestly leaning toward this being a Romeo self-report. Like maybe when it ended, he realized I was also there and realized I was going to report it.
I
I
tried
don't
to
know.
steal a bag of gummy bears once.
Well, we're gonna find out.
Oh, Romeo reporting the body and gets dunked for it. That's not cool, man.
Well, they were right.
Might
Yeah,
not be cool, but
yeah.
certainly correct.
It's super cool, man.
Do you know why I voted that way? Because he didn't say anything, so I was just like, that silence
Yeah.
says a lot.
It's true. And that's actually why I started talking right away, because I realized that if he wasn't the imposter and he found me standing over the corpse, it was going to look real shady. So I'm like, let me get my story out.
That was a
can hear people.
Hey, it's
That
a
was
person.
wild.
There's an Alea.
hello.
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 Ooh, 9,
This
9.
is this is gonna be interesting.
Does
And who
two
is
make
this?
it enough to do 2 imposters?
I think we really should
What am I?
go up to 2 imposters, probably.
Because the
Two imposters,
haven't won a single time yet.
Yeah, 2 imposters. Oh, that's a
Well,
good point.
Look, I've
Two,
And it's
two
like-
imposters, no shapeshifter. How's that?
It
That's
used
fine.
to be that the breaking point for 2 imposters was usually around 7 or 8 anyway,
Yeah.
so we're definitely in 2 imposter
At
territory.
9, definitely. The
Well,
only way
yeah.
I would say you could switch it up would be as if we went to a bigger map, like the airship.
Look,
The hell kind of name do I have?
I was trying to
Uh-huh.
figure that out myself, but that's your name.
Where did that
You-
even come
Yeah,
from?
that gives you a random one. You got to go out, exit the game, out to the main menu in the settings, and change it.
Ramp
do that
with
later.
it.
Well, yeah, we'll
that
change that
later.
later. And if you want to lay it between games over here at this box, you can click on this little box over here with all the people next to it, and
Don't
you can
trust him.
Bunny,
put on like hats and things.
it was a brave attempt, but none of those spellings are correct. I appreciated the attempt though.
Oh man,
Hold on.
that can't cancel. Oh no.
Yep.
Too
Ah,
late.
This
we're going.
time, my money is on me.
I will continue to say I didn't do it because it's been true thus far,
I will continue to say it was me.
and it's been true at least once.
So I have never played this game before.
One of your first main things is while we're in the map, you gotta be shushed. I will
Thanks
help
very much, Elder
between
Dragon,
rounds
for
to
the
learn
prime
how to
sub.
do things. I'll teach you how to do
Okay.
things.
I'm gonna leave this up here. I gotta go. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Have a good rest of your day. Putting on your helmet is a good idea around here because people really let the death fly. Comms are sabotaged. Door was gotten. I had to do something around here. What was it? It was this.
Okay, where was the body?
Laboratory.
It seems like every game so far.
Well, I know
Oh.
Lee and Xanthus were over on the left side with me.
That is correct.
I don't know where I was. I got stuck in a room. A door closed behind me, and now I can't get out.
Well, you'll be in the other room once we get out of here.
Well,
Okay.
I don't know where they were the rest of the time, but City Fall was with me fixing the comms for a bit there, so I don't think they would have had time to kill someone in the lab and get over there.
Nah.
I was in the office. I had just checked the vitals, saw the dead body, and then it was immediately called.
Oh.
I went to decontam early, and then came out to check vitals, and that's when it was called.
Was it like kind of by decontam? Was it by the vent? Like where in the lab was it?
Oh crap! I zoned out for a moment. It was
You might
right.
Oh, I was gonna say you can call up the map whenever you want, even when you're in this mode.
It's,
So
like right on top of, if you pull up the map, like literally where the name laboratory is, right when you walk into it.
Okay,
Oh,
so the
okay.
like the data room part of it.
Oh, so right up where the ramp wooded was.
All right.
Maybe.
Oh, definitely. Ramp wooded was right over there. I saw her on cam.
Of course you did.
But is it?
But I don't think
something-
it was her.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it something that she can get away with limited knowledge?
No. Because someone wouldn't have deactivated the comms. This is someone who doesn't want me on cameras.
That
That's
is
pretty good tell.
smart, actually.
Uh-huh.
Scott.
I have no idea. But it's always Scott.
Oh God, I was joking.
It wasn't
Well,
him. It was
goodbye.
me.
I did what I was told. He said it was you, so this is
I'm
his
actively
fault.
sorry. I didn't know I had that power. Oh God.
Well,
Okay.
it wasn't Scott, so that's good to know. That tells me it's probably James or Joe. Oh yeah, we have 2 imposters now, so it could have been Scott. Oh, that's a good point. Very good point. Someone locked me in here. No one goes to left, so I'll go left. Oh. Yep. I had a feeling. Alright, well, off to do my tasks while everyone else dies. Look, it was bound to happen. I hadn't died yet. It's only a matter of time. But look, now I can just phase through walls and do tasks. Now my life is easy. Oh, I got like the god electricity combo. I just realized that no one's gonna find my body because no one's gonna go over that way. Manager.
murder.
I knew
Yeah.
one was James after that vote. I'm like, I just knew.
I legitimately was not expecting to get a kill on Scott. That was not an intended consequence, but I'll take it.
I knew it was Joe when he killed me.
James, I think you and I are gonna have to figure out how to get this on my computer because playing on my phone is just annoying.
That's totally fair. All right, come on out here. So drop out of the game for a minute. Come out here. We'll figure that out.
Yep.
Oh, is that who she is?
Yeah, it's
I feel so sorry for her.
we can leave it on 2 for 8 people. Good job, Joe.
Yeah. I like
Well
when both of us
played.
were up to the same side. We're like, oh, well, we need like a third run here, and then Lee came along, and I'm like, oh, there we go.
And Zinthus and I were walking away from the reactor, and I saw a dead body. And I was like, well, unfortunately,
Yeah,
that
I-
means that Zinthus can't leave here.
I saw that. I'm like, oh, well, at least it would have meant it wasn't you, James.
I had 3 tasks in the upper right-hand corner, and I saw Joe, and I saw James up there, and I saw who is currently going by Ramp Wooded. Currently,
That's
Team Lover.
Leah or whatever.
And
Look, I had no idea what I was doing. I was just following somebody.
I know, but I had like the doors kept locking up there, and I was like, you know what, something's gonna happen. And ended up in exactly the wrong room as it was going.
Yeah,
down.
if you
That-
hadn't
The
killed me,
room
James,
with the rocket and the hole in the ground, that's where I got locked in the first time.
yeah,
Yeah,
if you
I saw
hadn't
you
killed
up
me,
there.
James,
That was me.
if I had reported that body, I would have said I would have automatically. Well, it wasn't you because that body wasn't there when I passed by the first time. So it would
I'm
have
just-
meant
I'm
you were
just-
innocent on that kill.
I'm
It's
just
true.
sad that I was in the exact wrong room, literally 5 steps away. I'm sure of it.
I knew of
you were getting very close.
I knew of the 3 killers.
Should have heard the scream through
At
the
least
wall.
one of them
There's no way
was
I'll be murdered first. 3
of
times
the
in a row,
Thomas
is there?
bloodline.
Hey, I don't know if you know this, but you're muted.
Oh yeah, so I am.
You say this 3 times in a row, but I mean we're on our 4th game, so.
Yeah, but yeah,
Oh, yeah, so I wasn't murdered first. The first
Ah, okay.
I knew that at least one of the bad people was of the Thomas bloodline.
It's of the Thomas bloodline.
Yeah. Look, it's the only way I can squeeze you into that group.
House Lannister.
And I'm sorry, Sauce. It wasn't personal. You were just the first body there.
First one to die.
You
That's
spilled the
alright.
sauce.
And then Zinthus had it exactly right. I was just like, I'm going for comms because nobody knows how to fix comms, and also Zinthus is not allowed on the cameras again.
I know exactly how to fix comms.
I'm just dead.
At one point, I ran to the security room thinking, "Oh, Zinthus is going to be there," and then he wasn't, and I was sad.
I got
'Cause I
to be
wanted
a
to be there.
scientist that round. I didn't get much of a chance to use it, but I was a scientist.
Yeah, at times I do have to still go around and do my tasks, so I can't sit there the whole time.
Oh, true. But if I caught you there, it would have been glorious vengeance.
Dude. Let's pump
Which
that
is another
one.
reason why I don't sit there all the time, because I know that's kind of a
Oh.
target.
How's it going, Red Panda?
Oh man.
Alright,
Let's do this.
here we go.
Still 2 imposters.
Where we
But
going?
But with 8
Better
people.
chance. Yes, with 8
This
people.
is scary.
But better chance of scientist.
Also say hi to James. Red Panda says hi, James.
Hi, James. Red Panda. Hi.
Alright, crewmate, yet again. I'm gonna go right to the boiler room. Oh, and there goes the doors and the lights. So maybe I can sneak up this way. Okay. Well, there's a James. Suspicious. Just grab a little bit of what? I hope I finished that.
There is a
Yeah.
body.
Is it in
is-
security?
It is right outside the door to electrical, which is currently shut.
Me and Sog were in the office, I think it's called.
Yeah. Office admin area.
Yeah.
I saw Lee had fixed the lights and then was heading down towards O2.
Yep.
I poked my head into security to see if anyone was in there, and Zinthus wasn't.
Well, that's because his entrails were splattered all over a different wall somewhere.
I had literally stepped into the upper airlock for specimen.
You said the body was by the door to electrical?
It was on the door going into electrical. He was on the outside.
On the outside.
Oh,
So
okay.
It was still shut. So he was trying to get it, and then someone stabbed him on the outside.
Yeah, unfortunately, wouldn't
Yeah.
have seen it.
Yeah, that must be very recent because when I fixed the lights, I mean, you were there too. There was nothing there.
Yeah, there was nothing there.
I
I mean, in
mean,
theory, well, you could have like stabbed him and then shut the door, but it's
I mean,
unlikely.
James was going into electrical when I left, so theoretically, James is at the scene
Yeah,
of the
that-
crime.
But that puts me there later than Lee.
Does anyone know where Lionel was before he died?
No
Um,
idea.
Okay.
He was in the land of the living.
Zinthus probably knew.
I passed him once as I was going towards weapons. I still have
I
to
saw
finish
him when
my
we first
weapons.
spawned into the game. That means
Yeah.
anything.
So he straight up poofed.
All right.
Yes.
Well, he's
So-
definitely poofed.
All right. So come on, imposter. Let's show how good of an imposter you
Joe,
are. Just
self-report.
say right now that you are an imposter. Pull a power move.
You
One
know
of
I'm
these
the only
times
one that
it'll
can
work.
get away with that.
Wow.
One of these times.
James.
With a 2 vote.
Understandable.
Well, I don't know if that was good or bad. My water task didn't finish. That means I gotta go all the way back. I needed exactly that much. Oh look, fix the lights. I want to say it's Joe for the other one. Sauce is following me around now. I don't know if that's good or bad. I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna check the old admin table. I'll actually check this first. Well, no one knew it was dead. This means that I'll probably die. Oh. I'll take it, I suppose. A lot of locked doors. Oh, there's Joe there. Hey, how's it going, Captain Kakara? I'm glad you enjoy the stuff. We're very likely going to be playing some more Across the Atlas at some time during the week.
Here.
Body was in a decontamination.
Top or bottom?
The room past decontamination. I mean, the actual thing where all the tasks are.
Okay.
You mean specimen room?
That's the one. So it's been a while since I played on Polus.
That's fine. That's why we just wanted the clarification.
Lee, I
don't
saw you
think
go
it's Lee,
towards
'cause-
there, but that was a bit. But that was near the end, so I don't know.
I was doing the med scan. I did see you run by, but I was doing the med scan, and then I started the minute long press the button and leave task.
Oh, okay.
That's easy. It's the dough.
I don't think it's Lee's the imposter because he had like a perfectly good opportunity to kill me together during the lights, I think it was.
Yeah, me and Sauce were together for a significant period of time.
And I do want to say I don't believe it's Sog either because because during the lights he and I were together as well, and he and I crossed paths the second time, and he didn't murder me. So
Likewise.
Well, that complicates things.
yeah,
Yes,
it does.
Well, I mean,
'Cause-
we definitely got one of the bad people because there's 2, and the game's not over with 4 people. So
Yeah, so James must have been
Imposter.
yeah.
because he's
But
the only
then-
one we've voted so far.
But then there's one innocent paired up. There's like 2 pairs that are like each exonerating each other. So one good guy must be exonerating a bad guy.
Yeah.
So this is awkward.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite
Oh, I know
number
it's not
between
me.
1 and 10, everybody?
7.
3.
I
All right,
Well,
I have my vote.
Fairly certain it's not Lee, so I'm going for one of the other 2.
Oh dear.
All right. right, let's see what happens. Oh, great. Oh, we gotta get the comm. Oh, there's comm. Ah. Alright, now I'm really confused because the play was definitely to press the button, but the other one fixed the comm because we couldn't press the button during the comms, which I forgot about until the cooldown went off and it said I couldn't do it. But then the other person hit the comms, but one of you is bad.
What? I'm so confused. Sauce.
I went to fix comms because I knew that we couldn't call the button unless someone did it, and was trusting the other friendly to the other innocent to press the button before they got murdered.
I'm honestly kind of convinced that the game is now bugged.
This is very interesting. I don't... Like, if the imposter was the one that fixed comms, that was a terrible decision. And if the imposter was the one that pressed the button, that's a terrible decision. So I don't know. I don't know who to pick.
So it must be you.
I'll be real
It's
here.
not
You didn't do
me.
anything.
I think it's Lee, and he's just trying to make the best of this.
I guarantee you it
I
is
agree.
not.
Because you pressed the button, which you wouldn't have done.
Except for that, I disagree. Sauce.
Oh God, I thought I got away with it.
Yay!
Super
Yeah.
Helm had that. That was so good.
Frickin'
Oh.
self-reporting me after knocking my brains across the floor.
Well, it serves you right.
It was so good.
Me, I
thought I-
think. Did you
Frickin'
think that
power
you were
play.
rude?
Hey,
Oh,
thanks for ducking me in the
good
lava, guys.
Did I push you? What gave it away? Did I push too hard on Lee?
I mean, like, I think since fairly early in the game, I was reasonably considered to be innocent. So really, I was confused as to if you didn't do comms, we couldn't win.
Yeah,
My
you should
logic
just.
was I had 20 seconds before my kill cooldown was up. One of you two would have gone to clear comms before I was done with it. So
Except for-
I might as well have cleared it myself to make
Yeah.
it look like
I
I was.
mean,
Because then it would have just looked bad that Sauce was standing there not fixing comms for 30 seconds.
look, I was confused.
It was the right play. It just they figured it out.
Also, I was in the middle of
That's good.
a bunch of plays earlier, but
You're
Captain
muted
Catcraw, thank you
again.
for the $1.
Randomly
I
kicking
was
James
muted
off
on
as
purpose
well.
that time.
Oh.
We're still missing someone.
We are missing. Who are we missing?
Also,
There
as
we
for
go.
the Zinth kill, that happened in like the first 10 seconds.
Oh
of the
yeah,
game.
I didn't even get to. I was heading over towards lights, and the doors were shut. I hit the door. Sauce killed me right then and there.
Yeah.
The first 10 seconds of the game, Zinthus was dead
What?
because I didn't want them to go to cameras.
I've been telling you for years, you gotta lay off the sauce synthesis.
Since we have a. Some...
Alright, we're back up to 9.
Nope.
No, we're
Gotta
not.
stay-
No.
Eight for one more round, so I can teach her how to play while we're
Fair enough.
doing a round.
Teaching. Yeah,
Teaching.
figure it out.
Okay, here we go.
Oh no, the game's starting.
If she's on my team, do a good. If she's not on my team, don't do a good. Those are the
Correct.
rules.
That's the rules.
Man,
Lee didn't say he was innocent this time, so he's an imposter.
I'm
Yeah, it's weird.
innocent. And I am. It's not even a lie. Where's the lie? I kind of want to be the bad guy. I've been a good guy for so long. What?
That was a quick button press.
That was.
I didn't complete
What?
my first task.
I didn't even get to one.
I'm still on the dropship.
Okay, so who is it?
It's
All
you.
right, everyone.
He didn't say he was innocent.
I'm voting for him because he hit the button.
I'm voting for myself because I want to create chaos.
Oh no!
Was worth it.
The boy cried wolf.
Damn! Don't push
Nobody
the
lets
buttons.
be interrupted
Apparently.
before they complete a task.
All right. Well, I guess I'm doing my office tasks now. Oh no, too fast. Oh, too fast. There we go. Third time lucky. Okay. Just gotta go to the old laboratory. Finish the one task that I was trying to do before. And then die. Oh man, now the rest of this game is super easy. I'm gonna scan my ghostly corpse. Otaku Semkurso. I agree. He was very sus.
Okay, so body was it was outside the northern airlock. It was like to the left of that. I forget what that is.
Decontamination.
Do you mean around the lab?
Yeah, I was up there.
I
Hold on, let me pull up the fucking map.
Okay,
I wonder
I
why-
can't be
Sorry.
100% sure, but
I wonder how Joe
It
knew
was
exactly where
laboratory.
my body was.
I
Weird.
suspect Joe because all of us were together in the office, and then I saw Joe and Lee both leave, and then I started to leave, went back, checked the vitals monitor, Lee was dead. So,
Oh,
Good
why?
enough for me.
I'm glad Scott's good at
Wasn't
this
there
game. He'll
seismic?
avenge me.
Like I was
Yeah.
trying to get up out of there to go to the seismic. and-
Yeah.
Romeo,
I will
who
say-
was it?
What if
Did
you
Lee
report the body? It
together?
overwrites it. So
Well, I split off to go to the storage
I,
shed where he
I
went to the
suppose I can
lab.
tell you because you're
'Cause I was
dead.
I had the fueling task up by the dropship.
Joe murdered my face off.
and I mean,
I
I
didn't
could be
see-
wrong, but that's all I have to go on, so...
I didn't see anyone, and if you saw Joe and he vanished, and then the body was there, and I was coming up from the other direction, I would have seen Joe.
works for me. It's Joe.
I don't think it was Joe.
I
It's Joe.
think
He vented.
I absolutely think it was Joe. I
Wait,
know.
what?
I'm the only one that knows for sure.
No, I
We're
didn't.
just pinning the blame
Yep,
on
I
Jack,
saw you on
it's fine.
cameras. You vented.
Oh.
I'm totally lying. I haven't been on cameras.
I also
And-
don't think this is a self-report because I was on the vital scanner and saw Lee
thank
dead
you.
for about 30 seconds before it was reported, so I don't think it's a self-report.
Ju-
Why didn't
If one of
you
us
report it
wasn't
then?
the imposter,
Ju-
we're in trouble.
Justice
Can't you
swiftly
report from
served.
cameras?
No.
Okay, well, let me finish the rest of my ghostly tasks. Oh god, Simon Says. I don't remember this task. Alright, and then... oh, there. Why do people here withhold information for so long? Because they're trying to fish information out of other people. Sometimes you want to hold off on information so you can catch somebody else in a lie. So, like, if you were at cameras and then someone else is like, well, I was on cameras, you're like, well, actually, you weren't.
I saw that self-report.
That was not a self-report. Oh,
That was absolutely a
it's
self-report.
you. Okay, because I was gonna say I just saw Zinthus at security. Sauce, were you the other person that was with us?
Me and Zinthus were both at
You
security, which
freaking
means it's
broke
one of
off.
Scott and
Because I,
The
yeah,
city
because there
fall.
was the four of us were all in security. We
Well,
we
I
were
trust
all
Zinthus
there,
on that.
and then I followed James out because I heavily suspected him.
Oh,
It's City
yeah?
Fall.
Then I tripped over his body, and City Fall is the only one that wasn't in security. So
Ah, poop.
Yeah, because that last one was also a self-report.
Well,
So was it Joe or was it
Actually, it
Oh no,
wasn't the
it wasn't Joe.
self-report.
oh, Joe was absolutely the one that killed me.
Oh, it was Joe? Oh,
yeah.
I was taking a blind guess.
I was trying to like
Nice.
use it to clear myself off of his kill.
Yeah, unfortunately for
it-
you, I
it
knew
killed
everyone
Joe.
else was over in security, so when I saw James's corpse, I was like, I know who it is!
I was just throwing blame.
I'm sorry, Joe.
Hoping it would
It's
stick.
okay.
And it stuck. Haha.
Just the Agent of Chaos actually managed to get me. It's,
When people were just like, "Oh, I found this body in like this part of the room," and then Joe was just like, "Do you mean the lab?" And I'm just like, "Of course, Joe knows. Joe's the one that killed me."
Yeah, and I knew, I was right. I was like, I just saw Joe and Lee leave, and then I saw him
You
dead
said-
on vitals. It was Joe.
You flat out said you didn't see him. I'm like, well, he must have vented then. So,
Hyperfixation. I saw you wander up, and I was like, "Oh, I should probably report that." And then you were already there.
and he was saying like decontamination, so that's why I went to the lab. Like I would have said that even if I was innocent.
But you weren't.
I mean, I wasn't, but I would still would have said it.
man, I need to keep throwing random accusations more often.
Man, you threw that random accusation, and I was tempted to vote for you. I
Did
was
they
like, no, I'll
change the
just
way-
skip.
Sabotage works because I kept trying to sabotage stuff, but I couldn't do anything.
Might have
with
been on
oxygen or-
cooldown.
Maybe.
Oxygen's only on the Skeld.
Yeah,
But
this
I
one.
couldn't figure out where like the
different
big
for each
alerts
map.
were.
Yeah,
So
on
the
this
big alert
map,
here is
it's-
seismic.
Is the seismic?
Yeah, seismic,
then
and then electricity
comms.
and comms.
Yeah.
Okay.
The electricity is the only one that can end, or I mean, seismic's the only one that can end the game, like the reactor and O2 in the other map.
Yep.
Okay.
Although seismic takes like 60 seconds, I don't think I've
You know-
ever seen it end a game.
I have.
I don't think I can I don't think I can
have
mute myself.
because
Or
people
let me.
ignored it.
All right. Once again, a crewmate. Forever crewmate. Forever crew. You're gonna be forever crew. Hey, I managed to complete that task without the universe imploding. Okay. I'm gonna get this stuff done so I don't have to be over here any later. We're gonna complete that. We're gonna go out this way. Oh! No, we're not. Alright. Well. Man, I'm good at being dead. Early in his career, Jackie Chan was praised for his ability to be a dead body in movies. So in that, me and Jackie Chan have something in common. We're both good at being dead. Look. They know that I'm too powerful. I understand. This is truly gaming. Well,
My.
Okay.
Joe's not the other one.
That's
I have a little
terrifying.
bit of information. Where was everybody?
I'm dead.
I was in the lab fixing wires.
I was
Okay.
on my way to electrical when the body was reported.
I was in admin at the time.
I
I
can
had come
say
from comms
I
up to
can
electrical.
maybe vouch for Romeo. We passed each other with nobody around, and he didn't kill me.
Cool down.
I was back up on the dropship because I somehow missed a task there.
And Sauce?
I was up on the dropship because I somehow missed one of my first tasks up there.
Oh, sorry. Who else? Let's see.
Well,
Well,
I don't think he got up there quite that fast.
Where was the body?
I found this body in the hallway going up to electrical from O2. James did say he's on his way to electrical, but
Yep, but I
don't
went
know if
from
this
the
was
I went
going-
from
I-
the
was
outside.
probably-
I passed you when the
Okay.
lights were out, coming from.
I will also say Lee's been dead for a little while. I saw him in the office, and then he left out like the left side of the building, I believe. And then I looked at vitals, and he was dead shortly after. But I was actually in the process of looking for his body when the lights went out, and I couldn't figure out where he died, unfortunately. I will also say slightly suspicious of Cityfall because it looked like they were faking the keys task in the dropship at the beginning.
I did the keys
Um,
task.
There is no keys
There's
task.
no
Well,
keys task.
There's no keys task.
Everyone has that task or no one has it. And
Yep,
I
Yep,
yep.
have
that's a
that.
common task.
Yep.
So
But I did the keys task.
Well, I think I know who the two.
So I don't know who
Sit
the
down.
other imposter
The two bad
is,
boys
but
are.
There was something up there.
Oh yeah, there's a little navigation thing.
yeah, there's the navigation one, but that's on the other
I thought
side,
it was
which me and
different.
Lee did.
the navigation one is the one I had, which I missed at the beginning.
I haven't
Yeah.
played this in for an age, so
That's right.
Yeah.
It's-
All right, so
Yeah, for the
one down,
common
one to go.
tasks, even the imposters, if you hit your or if you look at your list of tasks, it'll tell you what the common tasks for the round are.
oh, well, that's helpful.
Yeah. So in this case, it's what, card swipe.
all right, so I'm counting on Scott to save the day here. I'm just gonna ghost around and do ghost things. Alright, my tasks are completed. Ultra C Gaming is sus and I only just got here. Don't care if he's a ghost. Oh, well. Well, there he goes. There he goes. There he goes again. He's probably camping one of these. Oh, how's it going, Goofy Quindale Dingle? Oh, that's a good name. Alright. Scott is over on that side. Alright, cameras are on him. He's trying to be a good boy. Will he report the body, or is he just gonna hang out? Oh no, he's just gonna kill somebody else. Look at all the bodies. All the bodies have hit the floor. Oh, there he goes. Oh, right here. See a lot of ghosts. I can't imagine there's too many people alive. Oh god, Zinthus, you're gonna die. Run, Zinthus! Hit the button! Save yourself! Hit the button. Go. Go. Oh, both of you hit the button. Hit the button. Go hit the button. Oh god, hit the button! Scott! Scott, hit the button! Oh god.
Okay.
Horse Scott's the one reporting the body.
So, there are much fewer
Holy
of us
shit.
than I was hoping.
Scott, where the hell did you go after O2?
Sauce, where are you?
I've been near lab the entire time. I was waiting there for the whole minute, which wasn't a sensible thing in hindsight.
I'm heavily suspecting James right now because of the way I've seen him running around and
Oh, they're gonna get
often
away with
running
it.
away from things.
Sauce is gonna get away with it.
been
And
trying-
there's, I mean, it's
I've been trying to keep tabs on you, and you keep slipping past me. Also, whoever's been doing this has been slamming every door shut on cooldown, which is why I was like, what's Scott doing? He was just talking about people not using the doors well, and these doors have been insane this time. And where did you go after O2?
After O2, I went
Oh.
toward the office,
Hi,
and I
B-Burgers.
saw
How's it going?
Zinthus standing outside the office, and then I went inside, and I found his body in there. I don't remember if I must have been backtracking. I honestly lost track of where I was going because I was trying to figure out where you went, and his body was in there shortly after I saw him alive.
I was still in O2 when all the doors slammed shut.
Did I see the songs
I
really?
was
Yes,
in
I
lab
did.
pretty much the entire time. I went in, and then I had the annoying wires that locks you in decontamination for a bit, and then I went back out to finish up with the what's it called, the one that takes a minute, and you have to watch the medicine and see which one's the correct color.
God, would you have
I don't know,
self-reported?
it's
Would
one
you
of
have
the two of you.
Would you have self-reported with it being this close to the end? That's what I'm afraid of.
I think he's gonna get away with it. I think they're too split.
So, no, Scott, if you're evil, congratulations.
I guess I was wrong.
I got carried so hard.
You two suck.
You both played each other.
Dude, he just went on a freaking killing spree over there.
That was.
I was locking all the doors.
Every single person that game.
James knew I died before everybody else. I may have shouted.
I never found the body though.
Sauce, I apologize for giving you like the extreme eyeball because I was locking all the doors. I was like, where is Sauce? I'm gonna make sure I don't lock any doors where he is. He can handle that one. I'm just going to lock the entire map down.
James, why are you so sus of me? I was the one who gave us the first imposter.
You're always the spy.
The doors were just so painfully good, and I swear you left O2.
They have been all night because
How's
I
it going,
mentioned
Coffee,
it
now?
in the first game, and so now everyone's like, right, doors, that's a thing. So everyone's been doing it.
I'm
I was
just
lying
saying.
about being in lab, by the way. There was a body farm up there.
Yeah, you weren't lying. You were just kind of waiting in the bathrooms until somebody came and then just murdered people.
And again, my big one at the end there, Scott, was that you were down in O2. I came in after you. The doors slammed shut. I opened the doors, and you were nowhere to be seen. I'm like, he couldn't have possibly left unless he vented out of here. How the hell did he get away?
I was on the move.
Clearly. So
I got lost a lot.
I knew it was Sauce right there at the end. It's like he started following me, and I lost him. I'm like, ha!
When-
I shall live. And then I ran into him again. I'm like, ah, crap.
I was a ghost following you, and as you got away from him, I was screaming at my screen, "Hit the button! Hit the button! He's going to kill you!"
Yeah, I was heading for vitals to check that, and then I was gonna go for the button, but I didn't even make it.
I was hoping Zinthus was going to go into lab so I could like have an alibi for the army of bodies that was there. And then I saw Zinthus didn't go into lab, and I was like, I need to do something about that.
Well, doing something about me is the general rule, so.
Well,
I'm not sure my knowledge of Scott is always the spy is gonna help me in this game.
No,
I don't think
I've only been a spy once tonight.
But alternatively, he's always the spy. Still.
of course.
Hey, look at that. Still a crewmate. Also, Coffee now. Saturday morning, woke up by a tornado. I hope you're alright. I've been there before, and I've done that. It's not fun. When I was a kid, my house was partially lifted up by a tornado while we were all inside. Just typical Florida things. Oh man, I got a lot of specimen room stuff. Ooh, comms. right as I walked by. City Fall right behind me. Oh, Scott on the vent. That was suspicious.
Where
Oh,
was
dear.
the body?
Huh. He was over by the vitals monitor, which
So-
makes sense because he
Ironic.
usually likes to check vitals.
So this is purely circumstantial evidence, because I know that there's a task right there, but as I turned to the corner, Scott was like pixel perfect in the middle of the vent. And I'm like,
That was just because I was looking at the map because I was trying to remember where some of my tasks were because it's been a while since I've done Polis this much. But
I also saw him come out of a vent.
admittedly, I think I was standing right on the vent.
so.
So
Well, yeah, you
Scott,
popped
what
out of it.
tasks do you have? Name one.
now did he really? Because you're kind of boy who cried wolf here.
I have the wires. I have the card scan in the office. I have the
But everybody has those.
well, yeah,
Not all
but,
of them.
I believe I have the specimen sorting. Again, I was trying to figure out where everything was.
Uh-huh.
The only thing I've done so far is the weapons, the shooting the asteroids.
I just came up and saw, I think, Cityfall and Scott. I was in decontamination. I passed. Who was it? There was someone in lab, but they didn't go all the way into the specimen room. But
That might have been me because I got lost.
I think it might have been because I saw you run in and then try and run out.
Yeah, I had the you stand on the circle and it scans you
Med scan.
task, and then I couldn't
Med
find
scan,
it.
Yeah.
I saw Lee and Romeo at comms fixing that because I went to go fix that because I've been trying to deal with so many freaking doors getting shut.
I was there too.
Nice.
So, did anyone see someone coming out the right side of the office building recently?
No.
That's really
I
what
mean,
this boils down
I
to.
was nowhere near the office building, so
Lee didn't say it wasn't Lee this time.
I mean, it's never me, so it's just heavily implied.
Yeah, but you didn't say it this time, so
Hey, guess what? It's not me.
Hey,
Okay,
last time I
fine.
tried to do that, I got kicked out. So,
false alarm, everyone.
Sauce, you're getting kicked out now.
Okay. So. Oh, the lights are out. I just want to go to Specifin. I had so many things there. But if I don't do lights, no one will. I don't trust nobody. Okay. Alright. Scott, when something like that
Okay.
happens, right when Scott walks up to me, I jump.
I
think
just
it's the
walked
last-
away from you.
all right.
I think you might have been talking
So-
about me because Scott wasn't there.
Well,
So why'd
Scott
you
was
hit the
definitely
button?
there.
Because I think it was Celeste.
Well,
who
I was there at
doing
electrical,
the card
but then
swipey
we
task.
I went to security.
What card swipey task? I was showing my ID to the computer.
No, you weren't. You were at the card swipey thing.
I was showing my ID to the computer. I don't know
Nope.
what you're talking about.
Nope, you were at the wrong task. That's why I went to the wrong spot because I'm like, oh, I must have the card swipey thing.
No,
Nice and
that wasn't-
disactivating.
That
So I
wasn't
walked
the card
over.
swipey thing. They were like right next to each other.
Oh, I
James
know.
showed me, but that wasn't the card swipey thing.
No, you were at the card swipey thing.
I'm inclined to think that it's just a new player not knowing what I think. A new player wouldn't know what the scan thing is a task.
I think it's Synthis trying to sow chaos.
I
Yeah.
would never.
I think
Uh-huh.
Zinthis
No,
is taking
it-
the blame.
I clicked the computer. It made me show my ID to the computer, and it was a red screen, and then it turned green, and it said task complete.
She did it.
If not her, then Xanthus.
I would never.
I don't.
Make
If you
your
don't
choice.
if you don't suspect anyone, you can hit skip vote. Otherwise, you can
Oh,
always
that's what's going on.
vote
Mike.
on.
Wow.
Oi. All right. Thanks, guys. Throwing the new person into the lava. That's
I
great.
didn't.
Yeah, me and Scott did not.
I didn't.
I'm new too, technically.
Oh, God dang it. Never gonna get to seismic. Just want to do my tasks. There's Xanthus. Oh, and there's Joe just standing there. Joe's gonna kill me, isn't he? Isn't he? Okay. Oh, there's Scott again. Alright, can I get my tasks done? Someone's on cameras. Specimen room is the worst place to be. City Falls here. See if I die. Oh, Sauce is here. See if I die. Oh, there goes comms. Everybody, let's go together as a team, as a unit. Alright. I'm feeling good about Sauce and City Fall, because otherwise I feel like I would have been, like, super dead. Alright. Yeah, let's go check over here, see if anyone's dead. Oh. Romeo's dead. Yeah, you know, maybe I shouldn't have,
Sauce.
No, don't try and pin this on me. I saw City Fall killed right in front of me, and now they're self-reporting to pin the blame on me.
Oh my god, I followed you up through Specimen into the office, and I wander away for
killed me
3
right in
seconds,
front of
double
my
back,
eyes.
and Lupe's dead.
I thought we were all cool.
You killed me right in front of my eyes. Don't try and pin this on me.
Huh.
It was Sauce.
It was City Fall.
Well, it sounds like it was definitely one of the
Yeah.
two of them.
Yeah, it wasn't Scott.
Primer, when people aren't familiar with
And
my
I
name,
was
they
suspecting
sometimes
on
pronounce it
Lee
Lupe.
because-
Well,
he
let's
vanished
see.
at
If
one
you
point.
vote wrong, we lose.
Maybe. Maybe we don't.
If we don't, it goes another round.
The problem
So
is
go
that
with your
I've
gut.
seen
Unless Alea was the first imposter.
I've seen Sauce be the imposter and throw off suspicion before, but I've also seen City Fall doing the self-report thing before. So I'm not sure.
I'm sure, but
I'm throwing
I
Sauce
mean, that's
out.
a fair
People said-
assumption, but I'm saying it's Sauce.
I'm throwing Sauce out. He killed me one round.
City Fall.
I have no idea between the two, so I'm just picking one of them. It's
Yeah,
Sauce.
I don't.
how was my
know.
weekend? It was pretty good.
Yeah, neither either.
Okay, hopefully that's right.
Uh-huh. Well, we'll
Fingers
find out.
crossed.
That is correct. But is it all? Alright, so there was 2 imposters at that point still. Interesting. So who's the other one? It's definitely not City Fall. Like, that's like 100% exonerated. Let's see. And unfortunately, I gotta get my tasks done, so I can't scope people out because my life doesn't matter right now. Oh, I had this one. Oh, gross. So I gotta wait for at least another minute. So this game can't end for another minute at least. If we are to win. Alright. Doesn't look like it's Joe. Let's see. Oh, no one's even near the lights right now. Oh, there's Scott. Probably have to go back to get my sample around 10 seconds, so I could afford to look a little bit here. So I don't think it's Scott. I don't think it's Joe. Oh, it was Scott.
You
I
bastard.
was stuck in
That was
Wi-Fi.
annoying.
So it turns out doors exist.
They sure do.
Well, yeah.
Existed a lot in my way.
Lee,
I killed Lee, and then was like, oh wait, there's someone in the room. I should probably run away, and then got stuck on the door.
Ah, you lost your color.
Yeah, my
Uh,
color got stolen.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
but pitiful.
I was doing the
Right,
ID scan, but it wasn't the right scan that he was talking about, and it was annoying.
Yep, yep.
Oh.
Screen showed you different at the wrong spot on mine.
The pitiful name.
But she
probably,
wasn't
'cause I
bad.
sure fucking never do.
Sorry, I have a guest
Hey,
here.
when I got killed, I started watching the stream, and you were like, it's definitely not Scott. Joe walks in, just
Yeah.
decapitates
Well, because it
him.
looked like
Hold on.
Scott was going towards the lights, and then when I noticed that the door wasn't opening, and then Joe came in, I went, oh.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
literally standing there going, where is everybody? I just need one of them to show up so I can kill them. Where is everybody? Why is everyone taking so long?
On Scott in the beginning with, well, did anybody see anybody coming out of the right side of office? No, Scott, you know damn well nobody went out the right side of office.
Oh, I know. I was thinking about how I wanted to leave, and everyone walked
Oh, you
in
can
on the
take-
left side, and I was like, oh,
Take it easy,
I
Burgers.
think
You-
I'm
you
gonna
can get
go
your color
wander
back,
over and
Scott.
find a corpse.
So during the last part of that, I saw Lionel running off after everybody else, like kind
Yeah,
of at
Scott.
a distance.
Yeah.
You can get your color
And-
back.
As he did that, I was like, you know what? I
Oh.
bet it's Lionel, but I really need to figure out how the Wi-Fi thing works. So I decided to go into the room and start trying to figure out the Wi-Fi.
Oh, to reset
I
the
was there.
Wi-Fi, for future reference, to reset it, you need to.
Oh, I figured it out. The
Okay.
problem was, like, I hyper fixated on. I have one last task to do. I have one last task to do. I want to do it. It was like,
and I'm
the
like, I have
lights are
one
out,
more
the
kill
door's
to do.
locked.
One more kill to do.
Every time I was like 75% done with the task, we got pulled into a meeting. It was annoying.
Happens every time.
Yeah, that's usually how it works.
Especially with Simon
Pitiful,
Says.
If you had
Oh.
tried to go out the
You
door,
can
I
cast
was
here.
sat hovering in front of it. I was immediately going to lock it again just to annoy you for finding me.
Hang on a second. I gotta find some keybinds because I don't
Sure.
know how to mute up
Oh.
from not on the actual
Oh.
Discord thing.
Also, just because my chat was just like, what? My name is one syllable. It's Loop. they heard me be called
I
Lupe,
see.
and they're just like, what? And
Oh,
I'm
I
just
thought,
like, no, it's
I
fine.
thought it was Lupe too.
I thought it was
You're
Lupe.
supposed to know.
I'm
I'm
dating
Lupe.
one half of you, and
Horrible
I didn't know that
names.
you were Lupe.
So I
Lupe
tend to
doesn't
go by
sound
screen
right.
names. I apologize.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
To
For
be
the
fair,
record,
I was
even though I'm on
confused when
somebody
I
else's
logged
account,
in and
this is
saw
Ken.
James. James is usually Linkletter. I was confused when I logged in and saw him using his real name.
Who's pitiful?
That would be Shen. I'm on my friend's PC, and I didn't realize they didn't transfer my account over.
Oh, you're talking names. I was gonna be like me.
I
do
mean, I
appreciate
too
that
am also
somebody's-
pitiful, but
my
different
name
reasons.
to Stick, which is what it normally is, but I haven't changed it back in a
Gallery.
while.
Sorry, not you.
I
Have
do
some pride.
appreciate that pitiful is a name because that means that when someone says it, they might hear City Fall or vice versa. I might be able to use that.
Yeah, he said who's pitiful, and I was like, wait. I heard City Fall.
Oh
Anyway, I'm
no, here we go.
suspiciously bushed banana.
Of course,
You know, as you do.
as one does.
I don't have my usual cosmetics, so.
Ah, stick.
Rafiki? What?
Rafiki.
What?
Yes.
Push banana.
Oh.
Yeah. Rafiki's the best, man.
No, he's not.
Are you? Yes, he absolutely is.
No, I didn't get to equip my new pet.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
It's
I have a
fine.
physical mute. See ya.
Since everyone always makes a big deal out of it, it's not me.
Good to know.
That's him.
Also, it isn't me. Again. I want to be all murdery. Am I not murdery enough for the murder club? Bank. I'm locked in. There goes the lights. All the bad things. I have like 1,000 tasks in freaking Specimen.
Test. Does my button does work.
Okay. Well, he's by the laboratory. I just walked by his body.
I was going to say, I noticed.
I
you
got a
walked by his
report
body
button,
and not
couldn't
reported
find the
it.
body, said screw it, I'm doing my med
I
base
don't.
scan.
I
When I'm
don't
gonna die.
actually know how to report. I was about to wave James down and ask how to report.
Well, I will say that at the beginning, when we left the dropship, I saw Joe go into the laboratory.
Then there's an imposter because I didn't go to the laboratory at all.
I
There's
mean,
already an imposter.
There's a shapeshifter.
yeah, I was gonna say
didn't
those
go there.
sentences aren't mutually exclusive.
I
Joe went into the laboratory and there was an imposter.
well, yeah, I was gonna say, I
If
don't
you
think
want
we have a
to,
shapeshifter.
And it did
Okay.
happen
You can do
very quickly because when Joe went into the laboratory, I saw someone else go up to the outdoor device that was there. I honestly can't remember who.
There's
Okay.
I know.
And
I
then
went into
I
the.
was struggling for like a minute trying to.
I was in.
I was going to the office to swipe my card, and I checked the vitals monitor since I was walking by it, and I saw that Stick was already dead.
And that's the thing, Scott. I was there with you because I did my card as well. And I was actually about to hit the button.
You did not go to the office. There was nobody with me.
I did the card task, and also I was just about to hit the button because I was going to ask, hey, is anyone who didn't do the keys?
I'm gonna say Joe because there's these two things that have been confirmed false. He's dead
No,
now.
I have information.
I'm innocent.
I think
Hey,
I think it was Sog that was behind me when I saw Stick dead.
Which makes sense. Song did.
He walked right over the
Yeah.
body, and I was just like, "What are you doing?"
Again,
I mean, in
don't
all
know how
fairness,
to
I
report.
also walked over the body, but that's just because I'm gonna die doing med base scan.
Said you said you had info.
Yes, I managed to do the card swipe task first time.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
suspicious. No, good job.
Yeah,
City Falls the imposter.
I
That's
was
hacks.
I was in the rocket room doing the rocket room task, and then I got
didn't
locked
realize
in.
there was a task
Voted
until I
with my
saw
heart.
nobody else leaving the dropship. I was like, "Oh, there's a thing over there."
Very interesting.
Excuse me.
Keep an eye on Joe.
That's fine. I'm
Alright,
innocent of this crime.
I have to go grab a child. I'll be back.
All right, I'm gonna try to sprint down into Specimen while theoretically no one is there. Da, 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 da. Comms are sabotaged, 'cause of course they are. I'm just gonna do this because I'm down here. Okay. I'll just task city down here. And then hopefully I never have to come back. Alright. I'm going to go back this way. Fearos Lee did it. But I didn't. Oh. I will do that though. So, I was just coming out of South Decontam, and his body was sitting right next to the admin table.
I'm over in weapons. I have a couple of witnesses that also saw me do the upload. So
Now I am super suspicious of Joe, because not only was I already like 90-something% sure, but I just saw him walk out of the office on the left side.
Yeah, I saw him. I saw him do
wait,
that
what?
too.
Okay, there's
I
definitely. Are you sure there's not a shapeshifter around? Because I didn't do that.
Also,
I was just getting back from AFK from grabbing the Ultra Child, and I saw Joe run past the desk in the office.
just for my own sanity, because I forgot to check the settings before the round started. How many imposters do we have?
We have
Two.
two imposters. I
Okay.
thought that that shapeshifter was off, but I could be wrong.
I think it
Oh,
is.
how's it going, Pitiful Ally?
All right. Well, see you, Joe.
Well,
Bye, Joe.
Have fun on vacation.
boo!
Have a hot time.
Send a call from Maui.
All right. So I just gotta do card reader here. First try every time. Now I just gotta do communications,
Bronwyn.
and I'll be all set. Joe just got a warm bath. Very warm. Alright, my tasks are done. And so is my life.
I hate to be that guy, but the only person I've seen is Scott.
I feel betrayed.
Also,
And I did just see you. Where was
Yeah.
the body?
just down, just south from us, in the corridor by the, I guess it's the trash chute or whatever it is.
And that was 2 kills. Was that long enough for one person to get both of those?
I have
No.
no idea.
I don't think
Which-
so. I think
which-
there's still 2 imposters.
Which, if you're being suspicious of Scott, and Scott was going hard on Joe, that doesn't look great.
It really
No, it
doesn't.
doesn't. But I really saw him, I saw him walk into the lab right at the beginning, and then right before Lee reported the body, I was walking into the office
Notice Lee's dead.
building, and Joe was walking out.
Yeah, you reported. Which body did you report?
City Fall, I think.
City Fall.
It
Okay.
doesn't help that they are both shades
Yeah.
of gray.
Yeah,
Yeah,
black
like
one and a gray
body.
one.
No, it was definitely City Fall. But my brain is going
Xynthus, where were
smooth.
you then?
What are you up to,
I-
Xynthus?
Trying to turn comms on because people don't want me on the frickin' cameras. Jerks.
I mean,
This
why would we
would
want
be
you on
great.
cameras?
I don't know.
We've seen your photography skills, man.
James, what are you doing?
I was doing my weapons, and then I was on my way up to comms when the body got called.
Yeah, I got 2 comms, and then I got called, and I'm like, I hate you all.
I'm voting Scott just because, with the evidence that I have, there is literally a dead body south of me. I didn't see you until after the body was presumably already dead.
I will say that while I strongly suspect Scott, did we actually fix comms?
No,
Oh, thank you for
I
the
got
bits.
to it, and then I got called, so I didn't even have a chance to fix it.
Taskmaster
So we could
achievement
technically
complete.
have a little bit more time to
There
talk
you go.
about this, because if we're wrong, we're done.
I mean, we have
Yeah,
seconds.
On 5, it is scary because if you vote
Well,
off the wrong person, the game
right.
is literally over right now.
Oh,
Alright,
Pitiful
fix
Ally,
comms.
thank you very much for the
Off
prime.
that again.
Okay, well, try and get over
Nice.
there and fix it.
Nice and safe, can't be sniped. Can a ghost fix comms? I don't think so. Yeah. So I'm really just an observer now. So I hear tell. James is in this.
Okay.
Oh, good.
I
did
also
fix
will
it.
say I know I can't prove this,
Oh,
so technically it's just hearsay, but I'm the scientist.
Remind me what that role does?
You
It
check
just allows me to
vitals.
check vitals wherever I am.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I was scientist our first round. I kept forgetting to check vitals.
All right. That's kind of cool.
And I have used it once this game and saw that Lee was dead, but didn't have time to do anything with it before suddenly City Fall was dead too, and then Pitiful was reporting them. So
Oh, so you saw that Lee was dead first?
I believe so. I only noticed that he was dead. I was glancing at it because honestly, I was also on my way to my next task. I didn't expect to see anything. So they might have both been dead. I have a habit of having tunnel vision, but I only noticed that Lee was dead.
James over here trying to take the channel for himself.
I'm still sticking with Scott, if for no other reason than I stick to a vote once I'm suspicious of somebody. Which is a really bad stance to have, but it hasn't proved me wrong yet.
Well, it's about to.
I'm just. I am
it
worried
threw me
that-
out.
Well, you know, sucks.
It's almost never proved him wrong yet.
I'm worried because I don't think this could have been one imposter, but I was so sure of Joe. I mean, he was entering or fleeing both scenes.
If
Unless, again, we have a shapeshifter.
we don't.
Which I don't think.
I don't
think
think
we
we
do.
do.
We'll find out. We'll figure this out after.
If anyone gets voted out here, that's not Zenthis or James. It's all over. Wouldn't that be an ultra coup? Yes. He
Nope.
he
I got
hit the
distracted.
ultra coup.
Hold on.
Oh, game's over. That's the ball game.
Ultra Child has learned to crawl and is pulling herself up. So we gotta watch her, make sure she doesn't get into anything.
I had a feeling it was you. I didn't know Zenthis was the other one, but
James trying to do a hostile takeover of the channel.
Fair enough. Sorry, I have
Is
a
it
co-pilot
considered a
back here, so
hostile
occasionally I'll
takeover if
get
he's
talked
one
in.
half of it?
If he murders the other half, yes.
If he murders the other half, that is a hostile thing.
I suppose.
I mean,
Yeah.
saltines away.
I will say, I had a mild heart attack. I killed Lee, and then City's body was reported a fraction of a second after. I was like, oh God, who saw me do that?
James, you got me first again.
I'm so sorry. I swear it's not personal.
Oh, Ultra Cat's here.
I have to put my cry.
It'd be better if it was
Saltine.
personal, because then you'd at least have a reason.
off my house.
No.
He saw you first.
Oh.
That was his
Just-
reason.
All right, note to self. If it's red first, just
And yeah,
pick a different
shapeshifter's
one.
off, so there
Yeah.
wasn't a shapeshifter.
Also,
Sorry.
Scott, I was nowhere near either of those corpses.
you were.
were though. Right at the beginning of the game, I saw you walk into the laboratory, and when right before Lee reported the body, I saw you walk out of the office and past the
I
weapons
didn't see-
area.
I was the
No
one being
tasks in
murdered.
there.
I didn't see Scott. Oh, not Scott. Joe at all. And I just suddenly got a knife in my back by someone I used to trust.
I'm so
Why?
sorry.
Look, just for the record, you can trust me because still, I have only been crew. Not even
I'm
cool
invisible.
crew. I'm just regular crew.
Talking about
Also,
I
is
mean,
10
there's
people
only a
enough to do a
60%
ship?
chance that one person gets
Probably.
regular crew, and there's only 8 of us. So the odds of you getting it are like 1 out of 48.
I've been just regular crew pretty much every time, except for
Oh
the
my.
first time where I was a scientist.
So you already have a higher hit of being something other than crew, and you've played less games.
A 10% chance of everything else now too.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Ooh,
We're games.
fun times.
See, I don't know what happened there, Joe. I guess maybe visual glitch, maybe I don't know.
Joe's just got that kind of face where you just want to kill it.
She's bright pink.
Yeah,
everybody
like I
was thinking
definitely
the
saw a
card.
fluffy pink.
He
unicorn.
does,
I don't know.
however, have a
Fluffy
similar pet
unicorns.
to
Yeah,
Saw.
yeah.
So it-
Dragging
and
around that pet
Pick,
with
I
him.
think all have the same. All have the same pet. So it could be that we just saw the pet and we're just like, oh, Joe.
I mean, I
Maybe.
definitely saw Joe. I don't even look at the pets.
I saw Joe do it too. So
This pet is free with the Cosmic Cube, so I grabbed it.
I totally also saw Joe do it.
I didn't see anything. Ever.
well, yeah, your eyes are closed.
Oh,
No,
Okay.
my eyes are covered by the dumb sign.
Yeah, dumb sign.
Dumb
Okay.
gang! Woo!
Okay.
Ultra cretins.
So yeah, now we have 80% chance for scientists because I don't think it's that strong, and then 10% for everything else.
Hey guys, it's not me.
Oh my God.
Hey, look, I'm just a regular
The
old
timing on that was
crewmate.
perfect.
I'm gonna go in the storage. We'll fuel up some things. I'll be locked in.
Hey, how's everybody doing?
Kill him.
I
No,
was
why?
I was trying to fuel an engine.
Yeah.
I saw
the same
Zinthus
thing
Oh,
I
wait,
noticed.
that's no, okay.
I
Do
got
what?
a task done.
So did I.
fake keys.
I
Uh,
never
Zinthus
even
faked
went
keys
near the
by your
leaves,
physical
so no.
Isn't this what now?
Yeah, I don't know.
Zinthus faked keys.
Oh, yeah, I was
Okay,
trying to see
Tim.
if I could get someone else to fall for that.
Uh-huh.
I don't think Zinthus would make that mistake.
No. I'm also the scientist, so.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure the rule is if nobody dies and someone immediately hits the button.
Mm.
Either really paranoid or
I've got
really
my eye on
bad
you,
right now.
Zinthus.
I was watching Stick to make sure nobody killed him.
Oh. Fair enough.
Quick, someone kill Stick.
No.
Also, Stick, vote.
Working on it.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
Okay, we know who the imposters are.
Yeah.
It's Joe and Romeo.
Wish.
Very, very interesting. Let's get my card reader done. Oh, everybody's over there. I'm leaving. See if I can't get my fuel done. Oh, the lights are out. See if I can't do that. Alright, we got 3 people here. 4 people there. Okay.
No!
Well,
Wait,
I guess
who
it's not
killed
fake.
Oh.
I think he was at the same place that he was last time.
That kill just happened.
Where?
I don't know.
Right by the laboratory.
Because
I
turned on
was
vitals.
walking in from doing the little electrode at the ground thing. I walked down the hall and I was like, "Oh gosh, there's a body."
Well, I just saw Lee and I think City Fall at Electrical.
And James was there too.
I was there too. I
Say-
came late, but
Okay.
I was there.
I had turned on vitals right before that was called and saw the body drop dead right then.
Oh jeez.
I don't think it could have been Sog. Sog and I were together. We exited from the left of the office area.
So, so that body is very fresh.
It was down in what is it? A specimen, the bottom right corner.
Joe says it can't be Romeo unless it is both Joe and Romeo.
Well,
So it sounds like it's Joe and Romeo.
Which are the two that
Romeo,
voted for me.
That is true, actually.
I voted for him because they're saying fake keys.
Uh-huh.
Look,
I got nothing.
once is a coincidence,
idea.
twice is a pattern.
So how's everyone doing tonight?
Okay.
Dead. Thanks for asking.
No, you're not.
It's a zombie.
Watched him in
More
the first
past,
round
you're
and
not
I let
dead.
him get away.
Okay. Let's try to finish up my fueling task because that's the one that takes the longest. All right. Did it go? Comms is right here. Oh, is Scott gonna kill me? Okay, Scott and City Fall are there. Pitiful is there. Okay. That bit's done. Oh, come on. Oh, I was just about to check the cameras.
I was 2 seconds away from finishing a task.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Where
that's what I was.
the hell did you come from?
She was at the entrance to the lab area just by storage.
Alea was
Okay,
2 days away from
say It is
retirement.
not Zentis.
Yeah, I was just looking for that body because I saw her dead.
I
Hang on.
I keep
And I
Was
saw
Lee there a moment
Lee.
ago. Did I just miss him?
I saw
will
Lee, the
say
Nanner, and someone else on the
headed
left. I
up
think it
in
was
that
Scott.
direction.
It was
Yeah,
Scott.
I was
I
there
am.
with Pitiful and Lee, and then you
Yeah,
walked
yeah.
in.
Yeah.
Ah,
Okay, I just missed Lee in the corner then. Okay.
so Joe and Romeo weren't over here.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was
Which is consistent. I don't know. I'm starting to think I should board the Joe bandwagon here.
The JoJo Speedwagon.
You get that. You get that.
Sorry, what just
I mean,
happened?
you came up with a good tagline for it. Now I gotta do it for sure.
There is a reference.
Ugh.
This is a JoJo reference.
I'll be damned.
Oh my god, it's JoJo and Romeo Speedwagon.
You thought it was someone else, but it was me. Did Joe?
Ugh.
That was awful.
I'll see
Gotta get rid of
myself out.
Romeo.
All right, I don't think he's
Yeah,
guilty,
this
but I
one-
think we
this
throw
one
Scott out
really
next.
lava because
Yeah,
I mean, that's fair.
I agree.
Okay. There's one last thing over on this side, and then the rest is on the right. So let's knock this out. And then I guess while we're over here, we'll go left side. The side most likely to get you killed. Hey, look, the side that got me killed. Please, cold blood.
Another very fresh body.
That
Oh.
happened real quick. Where
You guys
was
right
that?
about Scott.
So
Huh.
so pitiful.
Yeah,
Yeah?
thank you, James.
What happened?
Well, I can confirm that you guys are right to be suspicious of Scott.
Wait,
Right to be
what?
suspicious.
See ya.
Scott.
Hold on. Where was the body?
Up on the way to left seismic.
Oh yeah, no, I murdered him dead. I murdered him right on the thing.
Okay.
I didn't.
Because I was gonna say I'm on the
so
right.
soon.
I'm on the
Why
right
are
reactor
you
thing. and-
saying this?
Why would I lie? I got nothing to
Okay,
hide. I got
come
caught
out.
in the act.
Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, Scott,
solid
also a
strats.
good call. Go do that.
Sure.
I have no idea what's happening anymore. Oh well. Is Romeo the other one? Romeo must be the other one. Well, time to do ghostly things. He did vote himself. He knew. He knew what he did. Ah, god dang it.
That was an emergency.
Okay.
Can we get
Did
him?
nobody fix the emergency?
No, that was just the lights. We just fixed it. He couldn't
Yeah.
have called the button if we didn't.
Emergency button.
Yeah, that was
And
the
I will
emergency button.
say, it's weird because the doors were locked. There was more than one person in there. Never mind.
I mean,
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. it's
So,
Romeo. It's
why
gotta
was this
be.
meeting called?
Pitiful voted for himself.
Yeah, from the sound of it, he got caught with a bloody knife.
Very red-handed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I guess
the
instead
red
of-
came from my blood.
Right.
Instead of trying to pin it on the person who caught him, he just decided to
Give up.
surrender. Yeah, he confessed.
Confessed and threw out a name. Now, was that name?
I think the name's
he
trying to
did
throw.
try to throw
Rowan.
shade on me. I'm
Or
Yeah, I
was
think
that
the
guessing
trying
name-
to protect?
like a last-ditch effort to help his partner.
Right.
Probably Romeo.
Yeah, no.
Is anyone gonna look
I
at
mean, it could
how
be
he voted?
hitting the button to keep us from finishing our tasks.
Yeah, but how would that help me in any way? Puts me on a kill cooldown. If I weren't an imposter.
It could also be trying to get us to throw out somebody who was names, but
Yeah.
I think in this instance, Romeo might have turned the suspicions back on himself.
I'm throwing Romeo out. He voted for me earlier.
I think that's a good plan.
I don't know. I want to say this does look kind of suspicious, but I don't know if it's suspicious enough to kill him.
Do it.
Yeah,
Murder.
We got a little bit of time here. So.
Yeah, I mean, as long as we were right about the confession,
I
like,
already voted.
which seems like it's fine.
How is he getting away with this? How is he getting away with this? I swear no one pays attention to voting patterns. Doop. I'm 3'6". Oh, Zinthus is gonna die. Or Zinthus is getting ready to kill. Hard to say. Alright, that's all of my tasks done. Maybe it was Scott. Maybe he threw Scott under the bus because he got caught, but it was like a double bluff. It's hard to say. These two, oh, Romeo's just kind of hanging. This looks... Oh, hey, look, a body. I think it's Scott. It's gotta be Scott.
It's Scott.
Yeah.
What?
It's
I
gotta
was
be
down
Scott.
with City Fallen Romeo that entire time. It's Scott.
I'm all the way. Where was the body?
Up by the seismic on the left. City
I'm
Fallen
going to
Romeo
go
went
down
down.
and say it was not, in fact, Scott. It was Zinthus because
I'm on
you
the
were not up
opposite
there
corner
with us
of the
the entire
map.
time. You booked it while Romeo was taking a very long time on the numbers task.
Yes, I went to go turn it off because I had a hunch that the killer might be out there.
Yeah,
might
I
be
can't
out
say
there.
it. I can't.
I
very,
think it
very
is
fast.
Scott.
Listen.
this sounds like a self-report for sure. Cause I'm on the opposite corner of the map from where he's saying
You're
the
the
body
only one
is.
that weren't in the southeast. It was you.
Zinthus, I'm sorry, but I'm gunning for you, man.
Okay.
I think it was Scott.
If not, I'm emergency buttoning for Lionel.
Oh, they lost the internet. Oh, you probably won't get a chance, but yeah, he's gonna call something, and probably you won't be able to hit the button.
What happened? We dropped a couple people.
I think their internet
Yeah.
probably bit it.
Probably
Because that was
the fact
both-
that both
that was
of them
both
went
of them.
offline.
Yeah, it's Scott. So
Internet didn't
because
would
I
say
know
that.
because I know you two are innocent. So
We both got kicked out, though, I think.
You did, but
Yeah.
you were already dead.
You guys folk figure out
Oh,
what happened.
I'm sitting here talking to him like he can
Ooh.
hear me. I didn't turn my mic on to
Says
Discord.
the self-reporting maniac.
James is now playing Among Us.
So, are you guys gonna vote or?
I think on Zenthus.
I voted.
No.
Yeah, I don't know why my screen's not showing it.
Yeah, it doesn't say you voted.
It says I haven't voted, and it says Romeo hasn't voted.
But I voted.
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah, I'm seeing that Zinthus and Romeo didn't vote, so
I think it's because James got kicked
That
out and he was the
very
host.
well
yeah,
might
he
have
was
been.
hosting, so it's probably
What?
freaking out.
No, Lee was hosting.
No.
No,
No,
Lee's
James
hosting
was
screen.
hosting the
James is
game.
hosting room.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Oh well. Have fun being dead.
Well.
I mean, definitely Scott. Super double Scott with a side of Scott. You're just waiting for his skill cooldown, that's all. Yep.
Told ya.
Yeah, well.
I can't believe that worked.
Weird game.
Well, to be fair, people
totally believe it worked.
People
Yeah.
were reacting so slow to the reactor, and so then when James finally came up on the left side alone, I was like, I guess I'm just gonna slice him and jump in the hole and see if anyone else comes along.
Yeah, he was doing exactly what I was thinking he was doing.
Also,
to finish my upload.
No. I meant the play of me just tossing Scott under the bus.
Yeah,
That
I was
shouldn't
like,
have
what
worked.
the heck? He's confessing to the murder and telling them I'm the other imposter?
it was a solid double play
Oh,
because, like, who would do that? That would be crazy.
Exactly.
It did kind of work in my favor because it made it look like he was just weirdly throwing sus at a random person, but
Yeah.
I was a little nervous.
Also, let's get one more in here.
Oh, who else we got?
What's up, Whiplash?
Who this? Oh, hey, Whiplash, how you doing?
I will message you the thing.
Excellent.
Hang on.
I told you it was him.
Do I
You
sound
didn't
better
believe
now?
me.
Wait, I say we do airship.
I'm
now.
with.
Oh, yeah, we got to pick up crew for airship.
You know, we got to
Absolutely.
pick up for airship. You know what? Good point.
Does that mean we have to make a new room?
We do have to make a new room.
All right,
That's
so
okay.
I'm not going to send you anything yet.
That was great. Airship.
It's okay. My feelings aren't hurt.
We're losing the Artiok room call.
We are.
If somebody donates 10 bits to chat, I will pet the Ultra Cat.
No.
Give Lee money.
You will pet
the lowest
you will
alert
pet
is
the Ultra Cat.
is
Period.
is 100 bits because
someone do that then.
because people used to donate 1 bit to make the thing pop up and it got very disruptive.
Yeah, people will spam that.
Passing out codes to the people.
I'm just gonna
Yo.
walk
Okay.
real quick. I'll be back in a minute.
We're right back.
So how's everybody doing tonight? I asked that earlier in the middle of the meeting and got no answer.
And we're back.
We're
we're
doing
doing.
alright.
We're definitely
Bursting
doing.
in flames because I got thrown in lava for no reason.
I mean, hey. Sounded like you kind of deserved it, though.
Nope. Scott did the killing. He
That's
deserved
what
always
you
a
get for
reason.
being
Yeah, and
awesome.
you were the one throwing shade at Scott.
I apologize. I'm the one that pointed it out initially.
Don't apologize. You've done nothing wrong.
Yeah, you did. You voted for the wrong person.
I've done
I
everything
mean,
wrong.
that's subjective. I think Zinthus is always the right person to vote off.
No.
Oh, absolutely.
don't.
Just like Scott's always to blame for anything going wrong.
Let's do that.
Oh.
It's a big map.
Any other good outfits around
Still
here?
waiting on 2 people, I think.
Yep.
Uh,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh, we'll go this way.
9, and
trying to decide if I want to stay a banana or not.
go.
I think I'll stay a banana.
Um,
Banana in a shrub.
I'll do that.
Oh.
That.
Oh,
That's-
whip.
I have been given nuggets.
Or wait, not
There we go.
Whiplash.
Yeah. I haven't gotten a code.
Oh, my bad.
I thought he was sending them all out.
I missed one. I'm sorry.
Oh man, now my feelings are hurt.
Stick, I can't count.
Look, just look at it this way. Plus side, you still have feelings to hurt.
Ah,
The
I
the
know,
I
one
didn't realize that.
main
Being
theme-
murdered so many times.
the main theme we're going for is killing Stick first in like almost every round.
I was so mad at that one. The first round I followed Stick, and then Scott hit the button, and I was like, ha! I kept Stick alive, and then the round started for the second one, and Stick died, and it was tragic.
Listen,
Oh, that'll work. Yeah.
don't kill me first, purely so that if I'm imposter, I have some sort of alibi.
See, Scott made that request last time we played, and you saw how well that went.
Well, I mean,
Why would you listen to Scott?
it technically went well for the rest of the crew because we knew who the killer was immediately.
Yeah, he confessed.
So as long as you're not Scott, it went great.
This is fair.
For literally everyone else involved, because you got the kill and that's all you wanted, and then everyone else
Oh yeah,
got to
yeah,
live.
definitely.
Please don't scratch my head.
The look on your face.
Someone ran to the bathroom.
Was
Yeah, I
it,
forget
was
who.
it
I
you?
wasn't paying attention.
Hopefully they don't trip and fall.
If they do,
Hopefully
make
there's not
sure you
scissors
get
involved.
videos that goes on AFV.
AFV, that's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
Same.
It's a name I haven't heard in many years.
With Bob Saget.
Now that we have 11 people, should we turn up the chance for the shapeshifter?
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
can
can
do
do
that.
that.
Shifter's already on.
Well, it's only
Well,
10%.
on,
Up.
So let's, yeah.
Oh God.
So some real chaos.
I feel
Oh,
like
tonight's
that's
a good
pretty
night. Among Us with friends and chicken nuggets.
Friends.
Yeah,
Today's a
chicken
good day.
nuggets.
I feel like maybe the engineer chance should be up a little too.
Nuggies.
Oh,
Yeah.
the engineer chance is scary.
Also,
Okay.
if I die first enough times, eventually I'll get Guardian Angel.
In theory.
I just remember being the engineer last week, and it was funny as all get out. Scan at Medbay and then immediately go into that.
One time I've had engineer, I formed an alliance with the imposter.
Oh,
Why
awful.
would
He
you
was
do
like,
that?
if you let me live, we're just gonna confuse the shit out of everyone.
That's amazing.
Okay. So is that everyone ready?
I think
I
so.
believe so.
With
If it's
with
not,
11
oh well.
with 11 people, I apologize if I missed something.
Mhm.
Okay.
I think
here
there's
we
11
go.
people in the call, so that makes sense.
Yes.
It's
So,
okay,
yeah,
I'll miss all the things.
100% chance of scientist, 30% chance of engineer, 20% chance of guardian, 40% chance of metamorphosis.
It's still not me. You gotta put it out there. And it's still true. Ba 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 ba. Garbage can. Yeah. Oh, okay. Get out of here. Oh, Romeo's over here. Oh.
That was quick.
I know nothing,
So-
I've seen
Jeez.
nothing. I dressed a mannequin.
So,
I just passed Pitiful on his way out of the vault as I was going into the vault. I don't know where they were found, but that's where I was.
Romeo, do you have anything to say?
Sounds like I'm biting Romeo.
It doesn't sound like he has something to say. Interesting.
Alright, well.
What, doesn't he have something to say, Lee?
Because I was taking out the trash in the cargo bay, and then I saw Romeo coming up from the room left to me, which was the only way to get there, by the pool table. And he passed me, and I went, oh, okay. I walked up past the pool table, and there was the body. And I'm like, oh, I see. Also, Romeo says he's having a problem with his mic.
A likely story for an imposter. I don't know.
But it seems pretty cut and dry to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, remember, we may have a
Hello?
shapeshifter.
Oh,
Hello?
yeah, I suppose that is true.
It's true.
Oh, yeah, I can speak.
Huzzah!
Okay. As I was saying, what do I have to say for myself?
I don't know. What do you?
What do you have to say for yourself?
I don't know. I just went down into Armory. I was trying to go to Lights, and I was trying to take trash out of a recycling can. The task.
Well, that was your first mistake. Trash doesn't go in the recycling can.
That's why he's trying to take it
Ah.
out.
Right
Take
there.
it out.
Recycling goes in the cycling.
Exactly. Trash goes in the trash can.
The thought plickens.
So what?
Oh, you didn't bury a living body.
I mean, you can. It's called being buried alive.
Something David Blaine.
Did Romeo bury someone alive, Lee?
God, that would be terrifying. My claustrophobia is making me itch just thinking about it.
I mean, what do you think miners do?
Not
Probably
much.
not a
Underage.
whole lot, and generally not paying
Yeah.
taxes.
Yeah. 5 seconds.
Big ship and things are scary.
Oh.
Oh yeah, everything's scary. The world's a terrifying place.
Great.
I
I
changed
have
my
no
color.
idea where
confused
anything
myself.
is on this map.
Okay, my mic troubles caused me to get
Neither.
killed.
This is the first time I've played it.
Okay, well, let's see if that was an imposter or not. Oh, right here. Comms are sabotaged. I gotta figure out how to get there. No, I need to get over that way, but I don't think I can from here. So I guess I gotta go around this way. Oh, okay. Things are back. Oh, I'm so dirty. Have you ever played Henry Stickmin? I have not. Oh, I was so close to not being dirty.
Oh dear.
I did not unmute. I saw James dead in the armory. I was coming up. I saw Shen a bit in front of me, I think.
This is progressing quickly.
I just realized I'm not unmuted. I
Also,
hate
I
having
do-
a physical button.
I feel like I want to say one thing. What sick monster decided to make the locked doors in this map require a slide key?
Right?
What?
Key.
Dear, I haven't come across that yet. I was fixing
Anyway,
comms.
so James was in Armory? Are you sure? Because I didn't see anybody else in there until I just saw Lee coming down into it as I was going up.
Wait,
Yeah, I
wait, you
didn't
saw
see anyone
me in
in that round.
Armory? I've not been.
Yeah.
I haven't been anywhere near that side of the map. I was in the
Yeah,
gap.
I just saw you coming down into Armory.
I was in the gap room. Realized that I couldn't transverse the gap from that side, so I went down, and then I'm doing a task in the main hall right now. I was taking a shower.
You know, like the left side of armory where there's like the little divot thing.
Yeah, that's where I came out of because I put the guns away. I was going back up, saw what I assumed was Lee, but apparently is not Lee.
That's
Also-
where I found the body.
Also, Lee, if all that stuff was true, how did I not see you? Because I literally had the same issue where I ran around, couldn't get my way through there because of the ledge, and then I ran to the showers too.
Well, I'm not in
And
the
then-
showers room. I'm in the main hall, and then that. See that top right room in the main hall? There's a shower
Oh.
in there, and that's where I'm at.
Okay. I think I went around to the other
So,
shower.
Shen, you didn't see anything.
I saw absolutely nothing. And the only person I've seen this round was Lee, or what I assumed was Lee, as I was leaving the armory towards the north.
There must be like a shapeshifter
Yeah,
there,
I was gonna say that confirms to me that there is a shapeshifter.
which means it probably wasn't Romeo in the first round.
It's very well. I wouldn't say it's very likely, but there is a 50-50 chance that it wasn't Romeo.
Oh, that's true, because then Romeo might have just been unlucky.
Yeah. I know nothing. I can't vote this round.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm skipping.
Ditto.
I was an electrical being confused by the task.
Oh god, that task. Yep. I know the one.
Well, the joys of a big map that people are unfamiliar with. Gonna go back to the main hall. Oh, right here. There we go. I was 2% dirty still. Looks like I got something over here. Alright, Joe and Whiplash and Stick are all here. Oh. That was brazen.
Alright, so I saw Whiplash and I saw Stick in the room with me as Luke died.
Yeah.
And since Joe's the one that reported it, I know for a fact that it was Joe.
I wasn't paying attention. I messed up my phone screen and was trying to clean it up.
I saw somebody over by way of Cargo Bay. I'm currently up. I think I just entered records. I just got the door open.
I saw. Oh, who did I see? I think I saw City Hall in the showers.
Well, that's creepy.
Giggity.
If it's Whiplash and Stick that you saw, one of them probably wasn't who you thought you saw. If we have, you know, a shapeshifter on deck.
Right. I can tell you that I was in electrical and I was in that bunch.
So
I
it
just
still
didn't
gives
do
us
anything because I was doing this
really. That's
This-
not helpful.
It still gives us a 50-50 shot.
How many 50-50s are we gonna do tonight?
I wasn't paying attention for any of that round. I got some stuff on my phone screen and was trying to clean it off so I could actually move.
Oh shoot! I forgot the code that I need to remember for the thing. Damn it.
Although I will say James and Loop are technically dead, so if we wanted to take over the stream right now, we could.
We absolutely could, but we shouldn't.
Uh-oh.
That'd be really
Okay.
mean.
I think now that
Considering-
I think if Scott's also dead, ownership falls to Joe.
By the way,
either
I know that you can't
Joe
respond,
or
but hey,
me,
what's going on in your
considering
head?
that I was dating one of the half.
Even death could not take this from me.
Ultra coup begins.
Death is merely a setback.
I'm voting Stick because I have no idea.
So, no confirmation of what may or may not be on
I
Lee's
have no
head?
idea what happened, but if you wish to vote me, go for it. I won't stop you.
Oh, I haven't voted yet. Hang on.
Methinks thou doth protest too little.
So Joe and Stick. Oh, they almost got Stick.
I don't think we have enough information.
Well, I guess I'd just float around and try to get my tasks done. Which means that moving around the ship is going to be much easier. We'll start from the top and go down from there. Ba-ba-ba-ba. 7, 2, 1, 6, 3. Will anyone hit the buttons before everyone dies? I have a feeling that we're all gonna die to this crash course. Just call it a hunch. Is that all my tasks? Yeah, that's all my tasks. Oh god.
Okay, so whoever I just saw as Whiplash on the right side sure ain't Whiplash.
Okay, so we definitely have a shapeshifter then.
Yep.
So someone murdered Whiplash and then pretended to be them.
I like
on
how
the
they're
left side of the
saying
gap
we
room is
definitely
where
have
the
a
body was in
shapeshifter.
front
Yeah,
of
I
the
just
number
saw
pad.
that.
I very
thought
much
you killed
confirmed
that.
that
I was like,
earlier.
okay, I'm going back to the other side. Didn't realize it was Whiplash.
And also, I didn't say it earlier because
Also,
of
why were
game
you
playing,
standing
but,
over that?
Pitiful Ally, thank you for the
Because
$5.
I was on the
I
freaking
appreciate
number
it.
pad. I didn't see the body because the freaking screen was flashing red crap.
Greetings from the guy letting shit
I
hijack
was
the
like,
hub.
wait a minute.
Well, there you go.
Logged out of the number
The reason I
screen
asked is
thing.
because you were right on
Shane,
top of
you
it.
saw
Like,
Whiplash and then saw a dead Whiplash next to it.
no. I saw Whiplash on the
It
right
was-
side.
it was
I
in
went
this-
to the
I
left
don't think
side
it was
'cause
in
I
this
ain't going where
time.
there's only one person. Saw dead Whiplash on the other side being stood over by whoever.
Oh, so someone killed Whiplash and then pretended to be Whiplash on the other side?
Presumably. I
That's
don't
a really
know.
bad strategy.
I don't know what happened. I just know what I saw. And I was very right to not want to go down there because I saw them approaching me and was like, nope, back up the ladder, back to the other side.
Sensible. Celeste MP, where were you?
I was on the right side of the gap room, but I didn't see a body.
You were just standing right on it.
I did not see it.
That's what we call the Scott
I was
rules.
completely lost in the middle area, the main hall, because the arrow was pointing up, but all of the rooms there were like dead ends.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I was
Just
lost
a
there
note.
for a little bit too. You have to go through showers and then up through records.
Body was on the left side of the gap room, so Celeste wouldn't have seen it.
Okay.
Where was? Wait, which? So it was on the left side of the
Wait a
gap
minute.
room.
Yeah, it was on the left side of Gap Room.
Oh, the gap. Okay, there's actually a room called the gap room.
I'm sorry,
Nothing to do with
not
this
Gap
map.
Room, Gap Room. It's with the pottery flat platform. I forget the actual name of that room.
A lot of voting happening there.
Did it not count my vote?
I ran out of time.
I forgot to vote.
I guess I'll just look at Stick for a while. Joe's going up the other side to kill other people. Yep.
Well,
so I saw Stick leave, and then I saw Joe come in just afterwards. And I was like, wait a minute, where's the button? And then it was over.
I played that round so poorly, and I'm so surprised I didn't get punished a single time.
That map is huge.
The map is very good.
Oh yeah, that map is forgiving for imposters.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Lee,
pump
do you
the.
remember when you saw Romeo?
No.
Lee.
Well, yeah, in the beginning, yeah.
Yeah. I had shifted like a meter away from your face, and I was so sure you'd seen me shift.
Huh.
Well, and like similarly,
I was in the middle of a garbage can at the time, I think.
I was killed by Lee, and I was like, God damn it, Lee's evil this time. And then I watched Lee turn red, and I was like, oh my God.
Yep, not me.
Oh yeah, the Lee you saw was me.
I figured once I realized that it was you.
I reported the body and then forgot that it would show as me reporting the body.
That
The
is the
mic isn't
downside of
picking
being
it up, but I'm
shapeshifter.
still
You forget
clapping.
that.
So I had to completely concoct some sort of story that would make it seem like there was a body somewhere else.
I mean, to be fair, not a bad job.
Yeah.
I went with that little divot area because I was like, okay, that's a place where Shen wouldn't be, so I can just say
It was exactly where I had been.
And then it was exactly where you'd been, and I was like, shit.
So, suggestion. If we're gonna do airship again, I suggest we bring the imposters to 1, just because of how massive it is.
I jumped the cooldown up higher.
Yeah, the cooldown's going to help a lot because I think that was the biggest problem is people were being killed on cooldown, and with the cooldown a lot higher, they have to wait a lot longer to do that.
Oh god, that is a lot higher.
Let's do that. Let's try
And
that.
I think that's going to help a lot.
Anyway,
I do have to say that this is extremely confusing for someone who didn't even know the other map. And how you've just given me a bigger map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just throw you in the deep end.
Dick, what did you say?
I said I'm sorry for throwing you under the bus there.
It didn't help that my mic broke, so I couldn't say anything.
Also, James and Luke.
Your mic had
Yep.
broke. I was like, well, that's one problem solved.
The coup was attempted. Be merciful.
Hey, Lee,
Not
what's
gonna
that thing on your
apologize
head,
for
probably?
instantly killing me.
And death is merely a
you deserve
setback.
Lee, I'm trying to help you shield your merch.
I know. The merch in the chat. I got
Merch
hats.
in the chat.
Exclamation point
Okay.
merch in the chat. Wait, that doesn't work.
I gotta get that hat.
Get it.
Exclamation point hat in the chat.
Oh, hey, look, it's not me again.
But he's not an imposter.
Oh, it's still not me.
But this time,
Where's my butt?
it is me. Ba, 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 ba. Oh, that was close.
James, that sure don't look
The
good.
game barely started. What the heck?
James, that really don't look good.
It does not look good, but I have an explanation here.
I'd love to hear it, man.
So I passed by Stick. I saw you sorting your trash, and then I passed by Stick, and then I saw the body, and I was like, wait, let me make sure there's not a shapeshifter and turn around and see who's here.
I can confirm Stick was still in the armory,
Well,
Yeah.
and you were walking away from a body.
I was walking away from a body, but that's because I was looking to see who else was still there.
where was the body?
A body.
This was in engine room, right?
Yes, correct. On the far right side of engine room.
Yeah.
So was
No,
anyone else there?
Like middle-ish.
Just there, and I saw nothing.
Right. So I passed by Stick on the left side. So either Stick killed and ran by, or somebody murdered and ran right or up. Either way.
Or it was you and your self-report.
Or it was me and a self.
Yeah, you did end up reporting, possibly
But I will.
defensively.
But I will say, I passed by Pitiful doing their trash, so I would have known that Pitiful was over to the left. I wouldn't have run away from the body left, knowing that Pitiful was already over there.
Unless you're trying
Well,
to
that's
throw us off the
fair.
scent.
True, but
So it's
I
either
also
James or
saw you
Stick.
go up. I saw you go up. And
Correct.
then
so you exactly.
tracked you.
You saw me go that way, and I knew you were there.
Yeah.
So if I was killing and running back, I feel like that would have been a real dumb move. Which I know I got a dumb sticker.
I was just about to say, I mean, you're not putting anything out of the realm of possibility.
I will say that the two people arguing against each other both have dumb stickers.
Hey, you're correct, but hey.
Yes, but only one of them's wearing a rotten banana peel.
I know that it's not going to be Pitiful. It could be Stick. It could be someone else entirely.
What are the odds of me getting
Are
a
you
costume
saying
like
you're
that?
capable of deception, James?
1 and
Oh.
2 and 11.
Ooh, understandable.
Wow.
I know, but I wouldn't have even been mad. I would have understood. It does look
Yeah.
bad.
It looked real bad.
I should have voted for him. Ba, ba, ba. Let's see if I can pull this off. Oh, not likely. or maybe I can.
James.
So James has now found 2 bodies.
Before I say anything else, Lee, where are you? That's exact moment.
I saw that Shen was waiting at the button. I saw you cross. So then I was like, well, I'm going to flip around the other side because James took the bridge with him, but I know that Shen is here. So I'm going to flip around, and then I left.
Okay, but Shen's dead on that left button.
Well, shit.
It's got to be James.
It doesn't, though.
You found the body twice in extremely suspicious circumstances.
I did indeed.
Going to be the outsider here, and I'm going to say I suspect Lou.
So Lee, Pitiful, and I all showed up to the left reactor thing together.
Yeah.
Saw that there were 3 people there, so I grabbed the bridge since I was the first one there and went across to the other side.
Yeah.
Stick was over on the right side.
From
and then
what I saw,
and then it didn't get fixed. I was like, why is the left not getting fixed? There were 2 people there.
Well, so what happened was when you went across, the bridge goes with you. I can't go that many anymore, and I saw Shen on the button, so I was like, this is covered. Though, so I went back down and looped around because I was going to try to go back around to the other side to see if anything was going on there, and then body was called.
Oh, Lee, if that's true, then the killer went up the ladder, came down the ladder, killed, and went back up the ladder. It's the only place they could be.
Is there a vent near there?
Not on that side. There's a vent on the right side. But then I feel like Stick would be dead too.
I didn't see anything up the ladder because I didn't go up the ladder, so I don't know if anyone was up the ladder.
It's got to be James. I can't.
I don't know what to think.
I can't see any other world where it isn't James.
Real kicker is if there's a shapeshifter.
Well, even if it is the shapeshifter, both James and Lee have admitted to being there.
I wouldn't have.
Who's that?
I wouldn't have called the body.
It's the dumb sticker.
It's the dumb sticker. I deserve it.
Why can't you check map at this?
Well, now we just need to figure out what we're doing here. Alright, there's Celeste MP there. Maybe I just wait. Ten seconds. Oh yeah, Scott's already there. Scott's already waiting right there. See ya. I think we got this. Goodbye, everybody.
We crashed.
Ta-da!
Did we?
Well played, you
Why
two.
wasn't anyone on the other side?
Well, Scott was on.
I was on the other side, waiting to see if one of you would show up and get ganked.
Yeah, no one went to it. It's like
Zenthus went to go. He didn't make it.
yeah, I tried getting there. I didn't make it.
I was like, Lee is either on the other side waiting for them to be just one of them, or he's running interference somewhere. And I saw him kind of poke his head in briefly at one point. I was like, yeah, we got this.
Lee, you ran back and forth up and down that hallway like 3 times.
So, I have an admission
I
to
am
make.
sorry about that, James, but you have to appreciate how suspicious that was.
Absolutely, I was in the wrong place at the wrong time twice.
I believe
You really were, and I feel bad.
But
And I'm muted.
I don't
no,
know
not.
how to undo the reactor on that one. So I was
You
just like, you know
punch
what?
in the code.
I'm gonna do my tasks. I'll let them take care of it.
There's
I'm gonna
two.
fix these wires.
This one it's like the hands in that the two sides need to be done at the same time, but you have to put in your number and then sit there until the other side is also done.
You can input the same number repeatedly to extend the time, though.
Yeah, I generally prefer doing that.
Oh,
I didn't know
so-
that. I was just waiting for time to run out, which it did.
I didn't know
Yeah,
it until I
so-
found out by accident.
So who made that first kill that
Me.
got me in bed?
Oh, that was me.
Lee.
I was gonna say, I
I-
assume that would have to be Lee.
I chopped his head off
Same
and then
time.
I vented down into the kitchen.
You did vent, okay.
And
At the same time,
and
Lionel
also
killed me by the safe in the bottom right.
I didn't
Also, yeah,
I didn't want
there
to say
is
because
a
it was
vent.
going to be very suspicious, but yeah, there is a vent on
There
the
is.
left. I know. I took
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And so did I, because I saw I showed up at that left button the first time when Lee did kill him, and then when he did, someone else ran up. I think it was Joe. I could be wrong. And so I killed him
Yeah.
too, and then I jumped in the vent with Lee. So we were both sitting in that vent with two dead bodies outside when
bodies.
James
Who did we
came
lose?
by.
Joe.
Oh, so no one important.
But yeah, like I was just waiting on my cooldown as James went across the thing, and then I see somebody go up, and I'm like, oh man, and then I saw it was Scott, and I was like, oh, this is fine.
Also, cooldowns don't go down while you're in an event.
Yep,
True.
I figured that out, but I was still in the vent for a while because I was keeping an eye on the other button to see if anything was happening.
Yeah, I didn't want a chance popping out. I'm like, someone's gonna show up and see these bodies because the reactor thing is going off, but I'm just gonna sit here and wait, see what happens.
So did we lose Joe permanently, or is he coming back? Do we know?
No idea.
No idea.
No idea. He disconnected partway through.
I will say,
There need to be something other
around
than that.
here the power did just brown out. We had a pretty big storm, so he may have lost power. He's like right down the street from where I am.
Yesterday, I was without power for 2.5 hours.
Nice.
Ew.
I have a
And-
backup generator.
And so was, like, half of my city.
So you
Wait,
had
losing
to
power-
play the real life
losing
beta
power is
test.
the thing that happens.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hit shot.
So
Okay, I'm now the devil.
Look, I'm good now.
No.
bad.
He's bad.
I'm no longer dead. I'm no longer dumb. I'm good.
Wait, why are your devil horns black?
Because I bought the black ones.
Those aren't devil horns; they're goat
Yeah.
horns.
Yeah, there's like a bean shop.
Yeah, it's
not in game.
you have to exit out. You have to exit and get to it through the main menu.
God damn it.
And here my my visor is just my thought
Where's
bubble.
my actual usual thing? Because my friend's asking to see my usual loadout.
I will stay fuzzy.
Dot.
I'm happy that my one imposter game was successful. As soon as I saw it was me and Scott, I was like, oh, you guys are screwed.
There he is.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah,
this will
pretty
be a
much.
good time.
There. That's what I usually do. Okay, now let me go back to being Satan.
I
Scott,
apologize
how
in
many
advance
games
to
have you
whoever ends up
lost?
partnered with me
What
as
about
imposter at
tomorrow?
some point.
Scott, how many games have you lost as imposter?
I think I've only been imposter 2 or 3 times tonight that I can remember.
I've been your partner at least twice.
Scott is very good at being an imposter.
I threw Scott under the bus.
That's
And
why
we-
the joke
Oh yeah,
is that
you sure
Scott's.
did.
That's why the
Oh,
joke
yeah.
is that Scott's
Somebody
always
apparently your
bad.
bus crew,
Because when
though.
Scott is bad, it's so hard to figure him out.
Even
Yeah,
when
I
I'm
lo- I
yelling,
lost
hey,
the-
you were right, it's Scott!
Yeah, he's literally like that guy. That guy was my partner. Get
Attribulous,
him.
I think
And
that
I'm
might
like,
be
I
a
don't know
hair
what
too
he's talking
specific.
about.
Calling someone out as your partner basically just makes things more confusing for everyone because
Yeah.
there's no way to know whether you were lying or double bluffing.
I mean,
Yeah,
I knew it was Scott by
kind
the
of made
first
me
time.
laugh.
I won't
the
lie
voting was
about
happening
that.
last
I will
round.
gladly throw out my partner under the bus if I feel like it's funny.
I don't know if I believe that.
Good!
I don't want to be your
It's
partner
for the
anymore.
content. It's for the
That's the
content.
point. You aren't supposed to know if you should believe that.
So everything's still okay, Joe? Or
Well, we lost power, and now it's kind of messing up a little bit. I can't seem to launch Steam for some reason.
Ooh, that's
we'll jump into one. We'll jump into one while we wait for that to.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna
To go
restart my
then.
computer.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah, and there's a green name in Discord saying they join if we have room.
Oh yeah, Helix.
Oh, catch him on the next one.
Also, since he's not here anymore, I'm going to say it was Joe. Joe did it.
Lee has not said it wasn't Lee.
Also, it's also not me.
There we go.
Ooh, I'm a scientist. It's my first time scientizing. Hi everybody. How's it going? Check vitals. Everyone's still alive. Good, good, good. Okay, battery ran out. I think I gotta sneak over this way. Oh. Oh god. Thank you. God, it takes me forever. Where's comms? Oh, okay, bad people all around. See if I can find where comms are, because it doesn't look like anyone else is interested. Alright. Comms are calmed down.
I hate the fuse task.
The what?
The fuse task does suck. Yes.
Oh,
This
you're
was
just you're
a
in
long one in
electrical
electrical.
for a year.
Kill me now, please.
Supposed
It'll
to
make it
do
easier.
The trash.
I'm gonna vote for myself just so I can ghost and do my tasks faster.
That's a mood.
So this was just south of comms where I was turning it back on, and as I was turning it on, Cityfall came in. So I walk out, and there's the dead body. So City?
I
Why
feel
didn't you
like if
report
I
that?
had done it, I might have run a little bit farther than just in that room trying to mess with the damn radio.
Uh-huh. You should have. You
James,
would have had
just
to
to check.
pass right by that.
James, just to check,
Oh.
you were the person I saw in the storage place thingy?
Yeah, it was over by the storage. I started to go left there, but forgot that that's a blocked off room and can't go that way.
That shouldn't be a blocked off room. It's very annoying.
I
Most
know.
Notably, Zinthus, you were in that room before I got there. Why were you taking so long on the radio?
Because I thought I had it done once, and I was wrong, and so I had to do it again.
It automatically completes once you
No one-
have it in the correct position.
No one
Yeah,
answered my
I-
question how you're supposed to do the garbage.
You need to keep it in the correct position for a bit, otherwise it won't automatically complete.
Yeah, exactly. I exited out too quickly.
That
And as far as the trash, you have to
long.
like grab the trash. You have to shake it around a good bunch, and
Also, there was a
I
body.
don't know.
Why are we talking about doing comms?
Because
know.
it was right outside the comms room where
Mhm.
Zinthus found the body.
Ah.
Did
Anyways,
you
if people
also
could do
find
me a
the body
favor,
there?
just vote
no, no,
me
I
so I
did
can
she
not.
would
do
have
fast-
she
faster
would have
would
had
be
to go
great,
past the
thanks.
body and didn't report it.
I killed
I
them.
didn't see
Vote
it
me.
there, so I think it happened after you left.
I mean, one of these two feels like an imposter.
Probably.
Yeah, it sounds like people were either walking past the body and not reporting it, or
Something funky happened. We'll watch them
Thanks,
both.
Romeo, for being a bro.
By all means, watch me.
All right,
That's
so if
not
the
Romeo,
imposter
that
can
was
get
me.
me next, that'd be great. Thanks.
No one vote for Pitiful, so he has to do the task the hard way.
No!
Alright. Main hall is where I have a lot of stuff. I gotta pick up towels. Lots of towels. There we go. Well, let me click that one. And there's still more towels on the ground, but I don't have to pick those ones up for whatever reason. Oh god. This is just...
Oh, that's where the meeting room is.
Got it.
Not muted.
I got blinking lights that way. And blinking lights that way.
Why
you turn the
has
lights
the
on here?
emergency meeting been called?
So a button and I pushed it.
Understandable.
You know what? Fair.
Since
Take the opportunity to vote me out, please.
Since we're here and we have
Pushed
to
the
be
button
here,
earlier to get everyone to up there so they could do the card swipe task, and then I remembered that's not how this map works.
where is the button on this map? That's actually relevant information.
It's in the
Far
top
north.
middle.
Very, very top.
You know the ladder in the platform room?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's where it goes.
Okay.
If you open your map, the meeting room is the one that says meeting room.
Yeah, it's in the top middle.
You know, that
That's
makes
true.
sense.
Yeah, that ladder that you murdered a bunch of people at last time.
I murdered
Above that.
one person at the bottom
You
of the
murdered
ladder.
one
God.
person who
Whole
was
bunch of
confident he was going to get
Get it
killed
right.
by James.
You
Look, you murdered the banana, therefore it's a bunch.
You murder one person and people never let you forget it.
You murder a banana, man.
I mean, I murdered a lot of other people too, but still.
But the banana was the
I'm
important
still
one. 'cause
saying
that's
it's
me, and I have a
probably
huge ego.
And I'm still saying it's you.
I need to do this electrical thing. Before I do the electrical thing, I'm going to do vitals because I can. Alright. Everyone good, everyone good, everyone's fine. Now I gotta go back this way. Oh, there's Romeo. He didn't kill me. Yet. Boom. Done. I'm just gonna keep looking at vitals as often as I can. Oh, well, I guess that's over. Ba, 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 ba. There we go. Oh, there's red is dead. Alright, there's two people in here. Let's see if we can find them. It's not over there. I do have a task here. So let's do that. Let's check up this way, see if we see anybody. Oh, that's not the red that was dead. Oh, well, I'm here. Don't worry, guys. I'll save the case.
James.
That's not the guy I saw.
Hello?
You do.
What do you mean, what I do?
Who do you think
You
you're
were
looking
running
at?
away from Zinthus's body.
No, that was me.
Somebody help me remember the number 5. I'm on
Why did I
5.
unmute?
Yeah, no, I was the one that just walked past this body because I was going
No,
to do the thing.
somebody went down.
Somebody went down. Oh.
I was at the left controls waiting for somebody to do the right controls.
Oh,
I
yeah, I
was
was.
trying to find my way to the
That
right
body
controls.
was right next to the left controls.
I was at
no,
the
that-
left
that was a bit
controls
away
with
from left
Lee.
controls.
Also, I'm the scientist, and Stick has been dead for some time. I was looking around trying to find him.
I will
Oh, yeah,
say
yeah, yeah.
Lionel was following me around for quite some time, I think, waiting for something, and then they broke off.
I did
Well, I was
see
heading
you earlier.
toward-
I didn't see Scott.
Yeah, I saw you outside the ship at the corner, and
You saw me
then
there.
someone had shut the door, so we both went out and up into the hallway, and then I
am the
was
queen of the card
finding my
slide.
way toward
Oh.
electrical because I had a couple tasks in there,
on the topic of doors being closed, I need to express just a little bit of fury because I got the door open and then it immediately closed again.
Directly in front of me.
These doors are the worst. But Romeo, considering my name's been called here, where was the body exactly?
Right to the left of the room where you and Lee were.
That's okay.
If you pull up the map, you'll see
in the
your
brig.
little face
Oh,
on the map.
in the
brig. Right to the
in
left
the brig.
of the
Yeah,
gap room.
that's right next to where Lee and I are.
And I saw Shen there as I turned the corner to do the thing, so he was at least in the area as well.
I was there. I walked past the body because I was too focused on the sabotage because that's what keeps killing us.
Have we confirmed that we have that we don't have a shapeshifter?
If you were focused on the sabotage, then you were going in the wrong direction because you were heading left.
That
and we need
clears
to go right.
Lionel, because Lionel and I
No,
were
I was
nowhere near
coming
that.
right. I was going right towards the thing.
It
That's
doesn't
why I
clear
walked
Lionel
past the
entirely
body.
because we don't know where Stick was.
I will say though, I
right
agree
walk
that
past
City
the body.
Fall probably couldn't have done this.
I don't like that we're on 7.
7's fine. That's okay.
Number 5.
All right.
Number
well,
15.
Cargo bay. Go up this
It is
way.
inescapable.
Oh, I gotta go up to the other room. Hopefully the bridge is this way. Otherwise, I'm gonna be doing a long trek. Okay, so I gotta do this. Doesn't look like the bridge is there. So we gotta travel. Oh god, and doors are shut again. And the lights are out. Is there something over this way that I can do with lights? I'm seeing a flashing sign. So let's see if I can do something over here. Aha. Alright.
No.
Oh shit. Well, that don't look good.
What happened?
I called an emergency meeting because I wanted to reset to selecting rooms again. And because I found the room. And apparently I hit a body. Sorry, Celeste.
I will say that I have an idea of where Celeste might be. Because
Okay.
I was down in electrical and I
also
saw
know
her
where-
leaving it to the west of that.
Okay,
Yeah, I
so
was
that
gonna
would be
say
over by security?
Yeah, I also recently passed her in electrical.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw Romeo for portions of that over in the cockpit area.
I don't think I saw anybody this round.
Wait, why'd you say you called the meeting again?
Because I wanted to reset so we could select the rooms that we go to after a meeting is called or the vote happens. I wanted to do that because I
faster
needed to be at the
movement.
complete other end of the ship.
I was exactly where I wanted to be, and I'm still on number 5.
Yeah,
Number
I'm still trying to
5.
figure out navigating this ship.
It's a big ship.
It's
I'm
a big ship, and I'm
constantly opening-
sorry.
I've constantly got my map open, and I'm just like, which way can I go?
All right, but we're also
just
now
like
we're
me.
also now
Get
on
this,
6. We're also now on 6, and we haven't voted anyone out.
Vote me, please.
Which
Let me
is
do my task in
bad.
Ghost. The one that I've got left.
This is the real reason he did this.
Yes! Vote me! You know you want to!
I have a feeling that he's doing this because he's actually imposter.
I've been
Could be
vouched for. I'm
such-
gonna say we do Romeo. Screw it.
I mean, theoretically, well, no, she was at the other side of the ship. I
Yeah,
was gonna
I-
say he could have like killed her and then hit the button, but
Yeah,
she
I-
was on the bottom of the ship last
Yeah.
I knew. So
Yeah, she was on the bottom of the ship.
But
And I don't
events
think
exist.
I don't think Romeo could have done this one if you guys found her in security. Or
Well, she wasn't
I'm
found.
sorry.
This
Yeah.
That's right.
is
You
Yeah,
This
I
is a
hit the
button.
body.
yeah, I don't know where she was
Right.
killed. I just
That's
know she was toward the bottom of the ship, like I
God.
don't know, 10, 15 seconds ago when I saw
I
her.
wish I had any concrete information at all.
Yeah.
Vote with your heart, it's what I do.
Well, back to the old grind. We had some things down here by the kitchen. Oh, Scott also showed up in the kitchen. Interesting. Oh, hold on. Where is it? There it is. Oh boy. Well, no one's dead yet. Scott gonna kill me here? Okay. I will go to the other side and hope that of those two, no one kills each other.
Lionel.
Wow,
Yeah.
that was bold.
Chipper, you.
Left side button press. You jumped into event just as I hit report.
That's a
James?
funny story because mine sounds about the same.
James,
I was down
buddy,
in
what
electro
side of
getting
the
my
ship
last
are you
3
on?
freaking levers. I come up to get the freaking collision course. There you are.
Now this falls in line with what happened earlier, with the whole like being around that other body. I was still a little
cleared
suspicious of you,
by
but
you?
now it's confirmed.
And you're
Yeah.
asking me to keep clearing you now? After
Sorry,
seeing
Pitiful, what's
that?
the question?
What side of the ship are you on?
I'm on the right side. I'm in records.
Okay, so I did just see you.
Yeah, I'm
'Cause
struggling
I
with
came
the
around
damn
from
doors.
the other side where I also just saw you. It was like I saw two people. I think I saw you. I saw Lee and somebody else.
I
Don't
was
remember
on the
who.
right.
I saw two people. It's like
I was
I'm
on
not
the-
getting good. See ya.
I just saw Lee cross the gap room to
Yeah.
the other side.
Of course, he went to the
and
side I was
then
going to.
Two of us were standing there on the thing, and then Cityfall walks up and just murders him in self-reports.
See, no. Because there you were, jumping in a vent as I got
All right,
up there.
that tells
Uh-huh.
me what I need to know.
Doesn't tell me nothing, Pitiful. What do you know?
I'm going with Scott because you always blame Scott.
It was if
But it's a 50-50.
Cityfall doesn't go down for this, especially with what happened earlier.
The problem is, well, Lee, where are you at? Because if we vote this wrong, we're done.
Where am I at voting wise? I was like, we've
Yeah.
already established where I was physically. It's very close, but my gut says Scott is the spy.
See, this is the twice now. This is the, once I did it, I was the imposter. Once I did it, the other person was the imposter. This is the third time. We'll see how it weighs out.
Okay.
Well, see ya, Scott.
Well, it's not over. I just finished my last task here. Alright, my tasks are done. Is he following me just to kill me? Probably. He's probably following me just to kill me. Oh yeah, I'm gonna die. There's nothing I can do with all these doors. Oh, okay. There's some people here. It's not gonna matter.
Jay!
Oh.
Well, that was an unfortunate timing for all four of us to be right there.
Yeah.
Well, no,
yeah, it was.
This is down to a 50-50 now, but I
know
hate it.
for a fact it's not Lee.
You do?
Yes, because he and I were just hanging out. He would have killed me. I would have killed him.
I was
that's
actually
just who I am.
I was actually terrified that you were going to kill me because I was like, "What's the cooldown on the kill?"
It's don't forget the cooldown's 45 seconds.
Hmm.
No, it's James.
Oh.
But similar situation. You were with Lee. I was with City Fall.
Yeah.
If
City Fall's now dead. What happens, James?
In the pile with all of us there, for the same reason that Lee could have killed you up in the corner, I could have killed City Fall in cockpit.
Okay, great.
Instead, we wait till the full group is together.
Why not?
Because it's the only way to not be immediately outed.
It's a coin flip.
Again, for the same reason.
Coin, Lee. Vote with your heart.
Oh no.
I don't. The worst part is Pitiful's already voted for me, and I don't think it was Pitiful because of the previous round. But oh god, this map is too big.
I think this is where I'm going to choose and be wrong and then be sad.
Cool.
Oh god, now it is really down to me. Oh no. Each of you state your case in 10 seconds or less.
I didn't kill you.
I didn't kill Cityfall.
Well, great. Good talk, everybody.
I have chicken nuggets. No murderer has chicken nuggets.
I have to do it this way, and I hate it, and I don't think it's right. But if I was wrong by killing James, I would have felt worse than if I'm wrong by not killing James.
Wow.
Feel betrayed as your mod.
I knew it.
That was
my. I was like 60-40 that James was the bad guy, but I was just like, if I'm wrong and I kill James at the last second, I'll feel much worse than if I'm wrong and don't kill James. So logically, I have to do it the other way.
Well played, James. You had an excellent freaking story for that.
And I caught James in the act, and everyone's just like, no.
And James was right too. It's like there's a 45-second kill cooldown.
Yeah.
All four of you were in the hallway. You couldn't have killed each other. So the whole "I didn't kill Lee on the way here" thing, moot, because if you were the imposter, your kill would have been on cooldown. I know, because that cooldown is very long and it was frustrating.
But the fact that he said it so adamant, the fact that he said that so adamantly made me think that he was innocent. So I was pretty sure that James was the killer. But like I said, I would have felt worse by accusing James and being wrong than not accusing James and being wrong. So he got me in the feels.
Scott. Was the 45-second cooldown why it took you so long to kill me?
Yes.
Because I'd genuinely start thought like, oh okay, Scott's not the imposter because Scott would have killed me by now, and then you killed me.
Yeah, well, to be fair, everyone seems to say and think that. Everyone's like, well, he could have killed me and he didn't. And I'm like, I don't think you realize how long 45 seconds is.
Well, and it's because we went from like the 30-second cooldown we had a minute ago to now this like 45-second one because we're in a bigger map.
Well, and don't forget, not so much at the end, but during regular rounds, sometimes not killing someone is trying to build an alibi. I was going to build an alibi with Zinthus and complain about how goddamn hard that stupid safe is to figure out, and then Scott killed him.
Yeah.
I will say, Ultra C, it has been amazing playing with a lot of you. I am an old person who needs to rest her eyes.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Fair.
I'll catch y'all another time.
Take it
thanks
easy.
for coming out. Thanks for joining.
Thank you for having me.
Also, Joe has returned.
Oh
and
my
there's
god.
a couple of green names in Discord that have expressed interest.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Does it feel better to have the Satan suit with the glasses or no?
No.
It definitely should have the bat on the face.
Yeah, I think so.
I could have Uwu blush. That's Satan.
Go for it.
No, I'm looking
I
at this.
see.
I hate this. I actively hate this.
Satan with you, Blush, is pretty great.
I'm gonna go with the tiny specks in red just because it matches. This is a good look. I like this look.
Yeah, looks like we got 2 more that can join up. There's
Of course,
a-
I'm seeing the red specks in the suit, and my first thought is Matt Murdock.
Yep,
Hello.
Hello! I
Hello.
don't know who you are.
that's a Helix. Hello,
Oh, it's a
Helix.
Helix.
Is it a double helix or a single helix?
Is it Lord
It's
Helix?
a double.
Yeah.
And I believe
Also-
there's an Endel
the one?
coming too.
Imposters.
What's happening about my name?
Okay.
Were those
Alright.
words?
No.
Someone said something about imposters.
3
Yeah.
imposters.
I think he's
Pasta?
trying to say we should have more.
I mean,
Not
the
on
imposters
this-
haven't lost yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Imposters
that-
on this
I was
map's a bad idea.
That one specifically ended up being a really good round because that was really, really close.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
last few have actually been pretty close. So
Yeah.
two imposters for 10 players is usually a good number.
Yeah.
We're gonna have
Especially with
11
12
players,
and
it's like you can
Endor
go
Helix
3, but you
joining.
shouldn't.
Do have to ask Scott. Was my guardian angel annoying?
Did
I
you get
don't-
Guardianed?
I guess that must have messed me up, and I didn't even realize. I'm gonna say yes.
Oh, she knocked my watch off.
I was the scientist for the first time, and I saw one person dead ahead of time, and I couldn't find them. And then after that, Vitals told me a whole lot of nothing.
That was me.
Endel, I'm trying to send you a code, but it's telling me that you're saying no.
You're telling me you're saying no.
Oh. Yeah.
But it's
Okay.
like
It
only
should be good
accepting-
now. Yeah.
Perfect. Message. Take 2. Bam, there you go. Room code.
Take 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah. Oh no, stay out of Electric Boogaloo. Yeah, Electric Boogaloo.
Electric is annoying.
What's the initial thing that Electric Boogaloo is from?
What? At this point, the meme is so long, I don't even remember the original movie.
Then
I want to
that's
say it's Breaking 2 Electric Boogaloo.
it's the public zeitgeist has taken it over.
I don't even
I
know.
was looking it up the other day because I couldn't remember, and I don't remember now.
Nice.
Apparently there was a movie called Breakin' 2 Electric Boogaloo. From 1984.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a dance movie.
Yeah, that makes
Is
sense.
that why it's called Electric Boogaloo? After
Yeah.
the dance.
I can see it.
Makes sense.
All right.
I think it's more that the music that was in the movie.
All right. Well, we got 12 people. Let's see if the crewmates can do anything with 12, and if not, we'll keep
to a
tweaking.
smaller map.
Yeah,
Oh,
12
I thought
people
you thought-
on the smallest
go.
map. Let's go.
Just
12
remember
people on Mirror HQ will be
that
chaotic.
Can't
remember, it's not me.
Here
I-
forever.
We should
didn't do it.
that. We have to do
It's
that.
Scott.
No.
I didn't do it.
Definitely me.
I told you I didn't do it.
Lee did not say it wasn't Lee.
But I did though.
Did you? Oh, I'm deaf.
Oh, I'm the engineer. That's fun. Oh, I gotta make it straight. Okay, I figured it out. Oh, well, lights are gone. Great. Oh, lights are back. Actually great. Alright, I fixed that shower, so I'm gonna now use this shower. Let's see, I got something down here. Oh, there's a Joe. Oh, there's a lot of people around here. Scary. Scary. Oh, that way's not a thing. Gotta go right here. Alright, this seems pretty straightforward. Got it. Okay. Scott's doing a thing. Oh, the lights are out. Looks like I can do... No. Alright. Alright, so... Not only did I find the body, but somebody was messing with lights so I couldn't turn them back on.
I was just about to say, the double light switch thing is rough.
So
I was literally on light switches and watching them flip every which way, and I'm like, oh, stop!
Well, because I saw the report thing as I walked up to lights, so I was like, well, I'm going to turn the lights on, get a good look, and then report it. And then the lights just started going crazy, and I was like, all right, I guess I'm just going to report the body then.
Well, whoever turned out the lights, I think, is also the same person that killed Xanthus, because I was just looking at vitals, I saw that Pitiful was dead, and then as I'm staring at it, Xanthus died too, like seconds ago, after the lights went out.
Well, Pitiful died at the light box to the southwest of kitchen.
Colonel Mustard with the candlestick.
Either Endel or Joe is in the storage room with me. I couldn't tell which one. I just saw pink.
I was in the
I was
in the
cargo
cockpit.
bay.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually,
Actually,
I was in cargo bay. I was filling up the gas tank.
On my way through kitchens, I saw Scott on like the consoles to the right of the kitchens.
Yep. Yeah, I had a task in security.
I'm actually kind of grateful for this because I was kind of trapped in the cockpit. I could not get the door open.
Yeah,
the card reader
the
is
doors
annoying.
on this map are awful.
I will say there's a level of the doors that I'm like, I'm getting better at card swipe because of these doors.
Yeah, no, like
it's all training.
I'm apparently at the point where I can just one-shot the card swipe.
On the other hand,
I've had to open doors on this map so many times.
On the other hand, I'm about ready to just walk away from this safe and be like, sorry guys, tasks aren't getting finished. I hate
God.
this safe.
You have the safe task.
Yes.
How do you do
You
the
have
safe?
my
I've
sympathy from
got
beyond
one
the grave.
once and I never figured out how to do it.
I think
I
you
don't
finish
know.
the code and then you spin the other wheel.
So you spin it right to what it says, and then you immediately spin it left and then right again.
But you don't have to pass the number?
You stop on the number.
Oh, stop. That's not how those work.
I know.
Exactly how those work.
Okay, okay.
It's weird.
Main hall. Can I get to wherever? Okay, someone else got the lights. Okay.
I'm not muted.
There goes Scott. I'm saving my engineer powers for... I'm hoping that someone calls the helicopter, and then I can hop in the vent and keep an eye on things. Meat, tomato, lettuce. Meat, tomato, lettuce. Oh, wait. Meat, tomato, onion, meat. Oh, God. Tomato, onion, meat? There it is. Comms are down, so I can't vent. Oh, comms are back, so I can vent.
That's a dead Scott.
There was a lot of people in comms.
A lot of people in comms.
I got there and then got puzzled by how that thing works.
I can safely say that Helix didn't kill Scott. Doesn't mean they're not bad, but they didn't kill Scott.
Endel might have killed Scott, but it seems unlikely considering how long they were in the room with me for. And
Yeah.
it was longer than 45 seconds, so they would have had their cooldown by that point.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I could also be an alibi.
Where was the body?
I assume just south of records.
Just inside engine room.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like on that little stairway between engine room and the hallway to the right.
I'm
unfortunately,
pretty sure
a
Lee
lot of
went
people
through the
records.
door ahead of me and James, right?
I was in the brig because I was going to the meeting room. I was with Alea at the time.
Yeah, he opened the door just as I started doing the little task right next to it.
Yeah, those doors keep slamming in our faces, and it's just like, okay.
Yeah, I stopped being good at card swipe apparently after saying I was good at card swipe.
I either get it in one shot or it's like 3 or 4 times. Like there's
It
no
took
in
me
between.
5. I got stuck
You're
on
in
the
a
door for 5.
PS4?
But no, I started this round over in Cargo Bay. I went up around through the bathrooms to do the trash, and then into records to start those. At which point, comms went down.
Yep. Stick and I were also started the round in cargo. I did the safe. Oh, happy day.
I did the lights. I was the one who turned back on the lights.
Yep.
It's very nice now that you know how safe works.
Yes. And then Stick unclogged the toilet.
See, someone should have told me how making a sandwich works. It seems very straightforward, but I spent way too long making that stupid sandwich.
I mean, that just sounds like you, Lee. Struggle to eat lunch.
Metaphor for something.
Yeah.
I'm done with my tasks. I'm gonna stick with Lee because I don't trust him.
Okay.
Alright.
Come on down, buddy.
He likes size and it's Lee.
Sounds like I'm gonna have a new friend. And he'll probably kill me, but that's okay. I think I wanted to go main hall. It's like these two things are so far away from each other. I want to get the meeting room one done. Oh, hey look, it's dark. Alright, there's Endel. Oh, no. Gotta go this way. Presumably he's opening the door, so I'm gonna wait. Oh, there it is. Oh, but the lights are back on. Okay. None of them are trying to call the plane crash. I have a whole plan for it. Come on. Okay. Plan is in motion. Alright, so he's there. James is there. I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna spy on the other one. Actually, I say that. I'm just gonna... okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. That wasn't very nice. Oh, and then he stops it. What a good guy. Oh. I'm gonna go do my task. One last task. Oh, just... I had a plan! I had a plan. I gotta go all the way down here.
Oh, Jesus.
That's
All right.
He says,
Also,
he says, oh,
frick that save.
Jesus, like he didn't do it.
Right?
I was just about to start it.
I was just about to do comms because I was already there, and then the body was called.
Where's the body, Helix?
The body is that little platform that goes across. On the right side of it, down where you go down.
So that
and just below that.
it's an electrical panel down there, right?
Yeah.
On that tiny ledge. Yeah.
Yeah. I was there. I was wrong. I did have more tasks to do. Someone crossed the thing as I was doing a task.
I went across the little thing on the gap room. I was going toward the meeting room.
Okay, I don't know how long the body was there, so that doesn't help. But
I don't know either.
Yeah,
Because I didn't see the body. I had to take a long way around, and I did not make it. My tasks are all done, and I have this weird glitch where it keeps trying to tell me to go to records. Because I finished that while comms were down earlier.
I have a feeling that,
Yeah, there's a bug where if you finish a task while comms is
not
done, you
good
still get
for
the
the rest
arrow
of
when it's
us.
back up.
Yep. But all of my tasks are done.
We should probably vote someone off because there's 6 people and the imposters have a double kill and they win.
Yep.
Alright.
You said the body was down on the panel on the right side of the platform room?
Listen to him ask the questions like he doesn't already know.
On the right side of the platform room, there is a short ladder that leads to like an electrical box.
Yeah. Which we would have had to do for the big sabotage. But then what were you and Lee doing over there after the sabotage?
I wasn't. I was there beforehand, and you know it,
there.
James.
So, because I did not make it.
That is a very spread vote.
The one person who voted
Yeah.
correctly gets
I guess
killed.
we had no information.
That's so disappointing. Man. Yeah, we're doomed. Yep, that is correct. Oh, there it is. Da 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 da, floating through space.
There's...
Helix or Joe, one of you is gonna die. I don't know which one it is. I just know that James is bad. He's a bad boy. Oh, look at... Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I knew it.
Zenthis, I saw what you were trying to do.
I did actually. I knew it, but.
James, you should have
everyone voted
respected me as a fellow venti boy.
No, I saw you come out of the vent and I'm like, you're not Joe! I can't let that happen.
Intruder.
And then he's just like, oh, what do you mean? Oh, what were you doing down there after the thing was called off? And I'm like, you know that that's not true.
Yeah, that story made me so confident it was James, but I didn't want to call him out because then I'd get voted off. And then I got voted off.
That to be fair, my question was legitimate. I knew that your body was on that panel after we fixed the reactor. I was just trying to figure out why someone would go down there, other than looking for your body.
I mean,
I hate doing that safe. You didn't even do that safe.
I've never done that safe tonight so far. I do hate that safe, but it's a real good fake.
I mean,
originally
you
told
did
us he
ask.
was going to lie about doing that safe.
Well, I mean, you did ask a very genuine question because I've heard a lot of people struggle with it. So now, when you actually have to do the safe,
Yes, now I'm going to be the boy who cried wolf. If the safe actually comes up for me, it's going to be a problem.
well, I mean, we already explained it. How it
That's
works.
true. I theoretically know how it works now.
And we still won't believe you and we'll throw you off the ship.
That's fair. But look, I got a good sticker now.
Yeah, that good sticker's paid off 2 matches in a row, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, one of them was because he played with my emotions. And
Well, ever since he put that good sticker on, he's been the imposter.
No,
So what I'm hearing is I need to be good.
You have to buy it through the box.
Here, I'll put the
cube.
bad sticker on now. Maybe I'll
Oh,
put the
now I
sticker
have to go
on,
back to bad.
and now I'll be good.
No.
Let me put that on real quick.
is that
Let me be a crewmate.
is that how that works?
I don't know.
No.
I've put the good sticker on. I will let you all know if I'm an imposter and you can vote me off.
I'll let somebody know something. Probably what I had for dinner yesterday.
What did you have for dinner yesterday?
A burger.
For
I
like
don't know what I had for dinner yesterday.
the last like
Pasta.
3
Burgers sound
days,
good, actually.
I have like one meal a day, like somewhere between like 5 and 6 o'clock, and people keep yelling at me.
You should probably eat.
I mean,
more.
We're
5 to 6
supposed
is
to
about
eat 3 meals a day,
food.
Lee.
Lee, we're going to yell at you now. Eat more food.
Nah.
Consume.
I have a
Consume.
I have a camera on this stream. Everyone knows that's not true.
You're supposed to eat 3 meals a day and get 8 to 9 hours of sleep.
I don't do either of those things.
Yeah, I was gonna say, which one of those do you think Lee doesn't do?
I'm up at 2:30.
6 to 7 hours of sleep is
You
wonderful.
can be up
if
at
it
2:30
happens.
and still get 8 hours of sleep.
I mean,
Uh,
James didn't get any sleep.
oh, hey, it's not me.
I
Aw.
am the imposter. I'm telling you that now.
Just a regular guy. Team regular dudes over here. Ba 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 ba. Oh. Well, that was fast. Oh, why do I have the protect button now? It said I was a regular crewmate, but now there's a protect button. Oh, and can I, as a ghost, can I protect somebody? Let me go find somebody to protect. You. You're being protected. I've never been the guardian angel before, and it didn't say that I was.
I just got to electrical.
Wait.
I had one more wire on the panel as on. You couldn't wait half a second.
Why wait?
Lionel just passed me. Oh god, we have an imposter.
We have a shapeshifter.
Yeah, I just saw Scott up in the bathroom. You were unclogging
Let's
the
go the way to the
toilet.
showers.
I was in
Yeah,
the
no,
cockpit.
Scott was up in the.
The
Top
fan convention
right,
suggestion:
unclogging
521.
the
5
toilet.
hours of sleep, 2
I
meals,
think
and
the
1 shower
only
per
person
day.
I've seen all game is Endel.
I saw Endel as well, heading the other
I've
direction.
seen people. I forget who. I think one of them was James, and one of them was Scott.
I know Lee was down in bottom left at the start of that game.
Well, yeah. Well, he knows that because he killed me.
Yes, he was from the kitchen. If you're going out towards the outside, he wasn't actually in the outside part, but in that hallway.
Yeah. Because I
What
had
if
the same
James
task
is
over
involved
there.
3 times in a row.
I
That would be
saw
fantastic,
Romeo
but I changed my sticker.
On security. So, what did you see, Romeo?
Nothing.
Oh, take it easy, King.
Oh, my cat just turned the volume down with their paw.
Smart cat.
Yeah, brilliant
I-
cat.
I saw
Excuses
Scott.
are brilliant, stupid.
I saw Scott and someone in the bathrooms. I was
Would've been
going
me.
left
I saw
towards.
you coming down.
Yeah. Okay.
I was in the showers. I still haven't figured out how to do the damn trash cans.
You pull.
You
and
need to
that's
like
pretty
pull
much
them
it.
up,
You don't
they
have
let
to
them
take
drop
it.
and then pull them up again.
Grab the
So-
drawstrings and just rip your mouse
Okay.
upwards.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Just full send. Go.
If not,
If
then
your
just shake
mouse
your
does
mouse
not
up and
end
down.
up in the next time zone, you're doing it wrong.
I'm voting James because it's funny.
I'll join you on that just because I also think it'd be funny.
I like the enthusiasm.
The enthusiasm is understandable, but at my expense is sad.
I was just about to ask why Lee wasn't talking, forgetting that Lee was
I
dead.
feel justified
I mean,
in
it's
doing so.
it's fair. It's fair.
Who would I
I
guess
mean-
that? voters that way.
Look, sometimes you just gotta eject people.
Look, sometimes the furry is
And
the
now
first
all
one
the
to
channel
go.
regulars are gone.
All right.
Where do I want to go? Oh, I'm not muted. Shit.
Hopefully that's good. I'm just gonna kind of protect people on cooldown. Let's see. Oh, that takes a minute. Okay. Haven't done that one before. Oh, this is the easiest wires ever. Plunge the toilet. Do some more wires. Oh, look at you. I'm not protecting you, that's for dang sure. Gotta find somebody else to protect, though. Oh, well, actually, I should see where you're going. And then protect whoever you're getting near. Looking ahead. Do we see anybody? Nobody's around here yet. Oh, we got some people over here. If he goes down this way, I'm gonna protect. Well, there's two people here. There's two people. So I'm not gonna waste it. Oh, now I'm gonna. Haha! Oh. I wonder if I'll know if it goes off or not. Yep. Yeah, it went off. Oh, wait, no, that was comms. His cooldown is shorter than my protect
I hear
cooldown.
somebody's news report.
You're not muted.
Oh, Stick, I'm not gonna be able to save you. I'm not gonna be able to save you. Oh, keep running for another 10 seconds. Oh. No, he's going down this way now? Okay. He's just looking around. Oh, isn't this... Got him. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Save Xanthus' bacon. Let's see. Burger, onion, tomato. Burger, onion, tomato. Where'd Endel go? I gotta stalk him here. Where is he? Where's he at? Where's he at? Oh, there he is. Oh, no. Alright. He went up this way. I got protect. Oh boy. Oh dear. There's a lot of people here. I had to make a choice. I wasn't sure. I don't know if it was right. Oh, goodbye, Diamond. Alright, all of my tasks are done, so now I just gotta re-find Endel. And protect. Oh, Xanthus, I protected you once.
So where was he?
On security cameras.
Okay. Because I saw him dead on Vitals. I just
Yeah.
didn't know where the body was.
Was passing
know-
through, so I didn't
do
see
we know-
anyone coming from the left.
Do we know how long the body's been there?
Where was it?
Security.
I will say all of my tests are done, so after this, regardless of what happens, I'll just be sticking by people to, like, safety in numbers.
If I see somebody, I'm following you. Please don't kill me.
Yeah,
you can
I'm
kill
also
in
done
front
with
of me.
that.
I don't care.
I was extremely suspicious of Shen very briefly because I saw them chasing someone and then comms went out on the security.
Who was I chasing?
I
You
saw.
were chasing, I think it might have been Helix, but Helix is still alive, so I'm no longer suspicious of you.
I
saw
remember
Whiplash and
seeing
somebody
Helix.
a
Oh yeah, I was
couple of
traveling
times.
along with Helix and a couple other people, I think.
I
One
followed
point.
Helix for a while and then Endel.
Yeah.
I
There was a
lost
I-
cluster that I ran
no
across
idea
at one
I
point,
was
and I
being
just said,
followed.
you know.
Me and Celeste MP were fixing the right side of the crash course thing.
Mm-hmm.
I will say I do not like the moving platform because you have to wait
Yeah.
for someone to take it back over.
Yeah,
Okay, so
that's
that's
why
how
I
it
like
works.
it.
I can figure it
because
out.
You can get chased and you
I
don't
saw
have to worry
someone
about it.
standing on the moving platform.
I still gotta figure out who
I
the
did use a moving
second
platform
bad
at one
person
point.
is.
I went over with the moving platform over
essentially,
to record side.
Anyone that Endel
Yeah, then
gets
somebody
too close
after
to, I'm just gonna try to
after
protect
we
them and hope for the
fixed
best.
the right-hand side went from records to the other side.
That would have also been me.
Okay.
I think it was Shen because I was trying to run after, but you were like barely on the edge of my vision, so I couldn't really make out who you were.
I don't like being seen, generally.
Guys-
Oh, that's a shame.
There has only been one kill, so I kind of think we did vote out an imposter with James.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I
it's
also
just,
think
I
that.
think James
I do
is actually
feel
bad,
for James,
considering
but at the same time,
he said
it
that
would
he
be
was
really
shutting
funny
the wrong
if that was
doors.
the case.
Too true.
So
I
just
didn't
I
even
follow
get
I follow
that.
Endel
Yeah,
and
that's
protect.
James, if it was
I mean-
you, I am sorry, but I'm also not.
Entertainment
not-
value.
All right, let's go. Okay, none of these guys are Endel. I do have my protect on cooldown, but his kill cooldown is 45 seconds, so I don't want to use it too early. We gotta see where he's at, if we can find him. There he is. All right.
Hey Lee, you muted?
Yes.
I won't be able to do tomorrow after all.
Okay.
Neighbor's uncle's getting out of the hospital. Might need me to go pick him up.
Oh, he didn't go for it. He didn't go for it. Now I'm on a cooldown. Now I gotta wait. Oh, Whiplash, run away. You're dead. You're dead, aren't you? And I can't protect you. I can't protect you. Run! Run for another 20-something seconds. Oh, okay. Safety numbers at least. Safety numbers, safety numbers. Alright, keeping an eye on him. Oh, run! Romeo! Oh, this is so bad. Okay, well, he's not killing Romeo. Very strange. Yeah, he's... Yes! There we go! That's what I'm talking about! Ah, I got 2 of them now, baby. I will be the best guardian angel the world has ever seen. Whoo! Oh, it tells you.
Interesting. Also, we lost Endel twice, didn't we, Whiplash?
Yeah, no, he went missing, especially
Yeah.
during the lights.
Oh, get him! Get him! Come on!
I didn't call this for any specific reason, but largely because I couldn't be bothered to walk all the way to my next task and wanted to.
An Among Us after my own heart.
Yeah. Listen,
enough.
walking around on your own gets you murdered.
Well, that's why you get murdered so you can do your tasks faster.
Joe
It's
watched
easy
me
to do
make a
things when
sandwich for
you're
a
dead.
little bit.
Anyone have any suspicions on anyone?
Bit suspicious of Endel because you went missing.
I mean, I was gonna say, like, well, there were a bunch of people that I was with that didn't kill me, but now that I realize the Guardian Angels in play, now I'm
Right.
like, well, any of them could have killed me, but maybe they didn't.
Yeah.
Does it show an animation or anything? I have no clue how Guardian
Not a time of use.
Oh.
The Guardian Angel thing, I think, is only actually known by the Guardian Angel themselves.
Well, if the
When you're a
killer
ghost,
tries
you
to
can
kill
see the
somebody, they'll
Guardian
see
Angel.
little crashing shields if they attempt to kill somebody and it doesn't work. I know that because I've done it in the past.
When you're a ghost, you can see which
huh?
one is the Guardian Angel because they have little wings. It's really cool, actually.
Yeah,
Right.
I remember that.
That's why
But
I
the
kind of
Guardian
appreciate
Angel
watching
and the
this thing last
imposters,
time.
the Guardian Angel knows because they do a little thing, and then the imposter gets hit by a shield.
I'm honestly gonna say skip because we still have everyone here. Let's just finish all the tasks.
Might as well.
Yeah, we're very
You guys
close.
need to actually finish your task though, because
You
that
guys,
part did
you
not
guys
move very
had
much
it.
during that whole
You
time.
guys know.
In fairness,
My
I
tasks
was
are done. That's why I
doing
was
the
following
thing
people around.
Ah, come
most of
on.
that.
They already knew.
I've got
Get
two
'em.
tasks left, and then I'm done.
All right, then that means that somebody hasn't done any.
Okay. Where's Endel? Gotta find him. There's a Whiplash. There's a Shen. Where's Endel? Gotta find him. There's Alea. Romeo, Helix, Joe are all here. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of. Oh, there's Endel. Oh, there he is. Okay, everyone is here. Okay, strength in numbers. Alright, Endel's going off on his own. His cooldown should be about up here. Alright, the lights are out and he's on the chase. Probably gonna get Joe, so I'm gonna hit him there. Oh, but Pitiful's there too. Oh, I hope I didn't mess up. No, he was kind of by himself there, but he didn't go for it. Okay. The chase is back on, but I'm on cooldown. Oh, excellent. Whew. Good button.
Okay,
I'm bad
people
at
just need to
remembering
suck it up and walk.
I was gonna say, is this another?
No,
background
actually,
thing?
my tasks are done. Just have something to say. I forget who specifically I was walking with, along with Joe.
Me,
Who else was
very
with us?
briefly.
Yeah, Stick and Endel was there as well. Somebody was doing something with the lockers in the showers, and I don't remember that being a task.
I was also gonna wonder, was there anybody that was in medical for a very long time solo for some reason?
I was downloading stuff on my tablet.
Okay, that'd explain it.
And I mean, like, I'm
on,
farting
get 'em.
around because I finished my task like a long while ago.
Oh, so you're just gotta messing
Yeah.
around there.
I
Okay.
literally just finished my task.
I would
was
if people
able to
stopped
go
calling
check the
these
admin
meetings.
for a bit.
Sorry. I wanted to call a couple of things into question because I thought it was kind of weird.
Well, I mean,
Just vote out
tasks
Endel.
are
Vote him
almost
out.
Done, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
as long as everyone goes and finishes their tasks, we should be good.
Okay, so if everyone can, let's meet in the engine room and we'll just mob the last tasks.
Oh
Sounds
dear.
good.
All right, sounds good to
Love
me.
it.
All right.
Get the vote. Let's go.
I'm gonna stick to security just to keep an eye on things.
So engine room.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll have
that's
to
good.
if everyone's
Yeah.
together.
Although, is that a good idea? The imposter knows that we're all there then.
Well,
They
I
can't
mean,
kill us all.
They
Yeah,
could. but it would take a long time.
Just don't stack
Yeah.
on top of each other.
Yeah. And besides, if somebody does kill, then we can just report and go back into it and set their kill cooldown back again.
Or, vote them.
True, I don't actually think they can kill all of us now, especially
they
since there's
can't.
probably only one.
Yep. All right, let's do this. Engine room, let's go.
Let's do this. Leroy Jenkins.
Oh my god, he just went in.
Ow.
Okay.
You
I
still
feel
got
like that's
chicken.
the opposite of this situation.
Gotta try to keep everybody safe.
Aren't we the big mob? Shouldn't the imposter be saying Leroy Jenkins?
Engine room, he said. So here we are. Not everybody showed up here. Interesting. There's Whiplash. There's Pitiful. Oh, and there goes the lights. Alright, so where's Endel? Where's Endel? Oh god, Stick went off on his own. Oh, not. Oh, but Endel cut this way. Oh. Come on. Come on. His kill cooldown probably wasn't even up yet. And now everyone's back and the lights are back on. That might have been a wasted protect. But I'm keeping my eyes here. It looks like everyone here is done. So it's just Alea out somewhere doing things. Oh, and there she is. And now she's just standing here. Everyone's just kind of standing around, doing a thing. Someone still has tasks to do.
I think we're still missing.
Okay, I've got one more like half task.
Okay. Where is it?
What?
No talking. Well, my protection is back. Endel's gonna have to try to make a move soon. Notice how he didn't go in with everybody else here. I think he's trying to get some kind of like seeing if they're gonna stack. We're all just kind of hanging out though.
We win.
Yay!
Phew! And I'm not. Oh wait, there we go.
James, I'm really sorry about that.
No, it was fine.
I was protecting
really-
so hard.
You were protecting super hard.
There was really not much I could do there.
Yeah.
Everyone was always. Damn, I'm sure you saw. People were just always buddied up. It's like.
Yeah.
Everyone was done with tasks, so
And even
That felt
even
good.
when
That
people
was a good round.
even when people weren't buddied up, I mean the problem of the killers having a 45-second cooldown and a guardian angel both being there with their minute cooldown is fine when both killers are still alive.
Yeah. I mean, I did try 2 other kills, but both times were guardian angel.
Also, thank you very much, Hound Dog, for the
Yeah.
sub.
Lee,
Very much
Lee had
appreciated.
you blocked 7 ways to heaven.
Oh yeah, I was just like, I'm tattooing myself to his ass, and anyone he gets near, if there's no one else nearby, they're getting protected.
Yeah. So guardian angel, it puts the kill cooldown back at half.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm a shrub now.
Yeah.
But there was still also a lot of just
Oh wait, my pet didn't equip.
clumps
So,
up. So
I mean, at the very least, it's not as bad as, hey, you have to wait 45 seconds to kill.
yeah.
them.
Okay, that's not so bad then.
Yeah, it's only the 22.
That said, I will say it's about 10 o'clock, so I think it's time.
Oh god, it is.
The
Oh, no.
stream, the stream
That game
wraps
took like
itself
half
up.
an hour.
Yeah, that was a hell
that
of a
was
game.
that was the last one for me. So
But I would look. I died the very first thing, and yet I was working so hard for the rest of that game.
Yes.
Nice.
Go back and watch your VOD.
All right, I'm leaving
You
the
were
lobby.
spiteful
Bye.
towards me because I killed you.
Yeah.
Go back and watch the mod on YouTube.
Well, that's why I tattooed myself to you, because I wasn't sure who the other person was, but I was like, I know Endel's bad. He killed me, so I'm gonna follow him around.
So I do want to comment. When I killed Zinthus in security,
Dick.
it took like 2 minutes for his body to be found.
Yeah, I know.
I was the scientist that round. I did see him on vitals, but I couldn't find him. I was on my way to the button to hit the emergency meeting, being like, I'm the scientist, I have somebody's on vitals, I don't know where they are. And then the lights went off, and then I had to go the long way around to get to the button, and I didn't get to it in time.
And if it wasn't for me, Zinthus would have died in the kitchen much earlier than that.
So, James, did you kill me wearing my face?
Scott came out of the toilet and looked at himself in a mirror and then died.
I was like, I don't even know who killed me because it was me.
Can relate.
Look, sometimes you are your own worst enemy.
So many times that I voted James because it was funny.
That was fair.
Was it?
Bad because
Was
that
it
just
really
ruins
actually?
games, but
Actually, James.
3 times in a row.
3 in a row. I even changed my sticker.
Well, look, it was just a more accurate sticker.
Yeah.
He's a bad guy.
I'm bad wolf.
That is unreal, man.
All right.
So Endel, you put in the work. I give you credit for at least trying.
Yeah, you tried your hardest, Endel.
Also, praise be to Leroy Jenkins' mob.
I did
just
genuinely
turned
avoid
into-
suspicion, so there was that.
No, I
Avoided
was
suspicion,
suspicious
still got a
of you
couple
by
more
the end.
kills.
The last round, I knew it was
Like-
you because you never showed up. Kind of.
He kept to himself a little bit, but I was following him. But in any
So
case,
I wasn't really to myself.
well, look, in the mortal realm, you were. But
You didn't know that you weren't alone.
Exactly. All right. But
Listen, I was trying hard to only be with one other living person. Because more
was a
than
lot
that
of fun.
scares me.
So what I'm hearing is the next time a bunch of us are dead, we just gotta follow you around.
yes. But in any case, I'm wrapping up the stream here. Hope everybody had a good time. We'll be streaming again in the morning, which is why I'm going to stop streaming now so I can get up in the morning.
I
A
mean,
braver man than I for the 10 o'clock stream.
It would have been funny if we had the proximity voice chat mod where imposters can hear the dead.
Yes.
That would be amazing.
I do love that mod.
I feel like Lee would have just been saying there, openly mocking me the entire time.
Not openly
That
mocking,
said,
but I
do
am
need
talking to
to
the
post
stream.
a thing in the Discord at some point when I get
Lee,
around to
if
it.
you are going to do this again, I would highly recommend Proximity Chat. It is so much fun.
Well,
That does sound fun.
I mean, James is the one that sets these up, so it's up to him.
Yeah, I'll work on figuring things out for that if we're gonna do this more often.
But
I would love to. I'd love to make this a more regular thing.
I want the
agree.
zombie mod.
Zombie mod is fun.
Yeah, that one. Everyone starts out fine, then one person turns into a zombie and has to go chase everyone else down. You just touch them, they turn into a zombie. It's
okay. No one was let me get a word in edgewise, so I'm just gonna hop off the channel and then say, I'm gonna end the stream, everybody. Hope you all had a good time. Take it easy, and see you guys next time. Bye bye.